Mother's interrupted the course of our journey. She's programmed to do that should certain conditions arise. They have. Seems she has intercepted a transmission of unknown origin. She got us up to check it out.
Can't see a goddamn thing.
Ash, can you see this?
I've never seen anything like it.
It doesn't look like an SOS. It looks like a warning.
I can't lie to you about your chances. But you have my sympathies.
I should probably
well,
should probably include myself in the stream next time. Just saying.
Maybe
It'll be better without me though. It's usually the case. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the show. MMM number 43. Here to talk about a movie classic. Actually, I think everybody on this panel, this is a personal favorite. Or at least I think so. One of mine, sci-fi horror at its best. Alien, which I will say is better than Part 2, in my opinion. My humble opinion, Part 2 is a great action movie. This is a perfect horror movie, sci-fi horror movie. It came out in 1979, directed by Ridley Scott, and follows the crew of a commercial space tug Nostromo. Basically, a lot of bad shit happens. You know what? Shut up, Whitey. Just kidding. But yeah, no, it's a classic. It's an absolute classic. I'm glad we got to pick this movie. I'm glad we're here to talk about it. And we have some guests on, of course. Back again is Jacob Ironside. Hello, sir.
Yo, hello.
Sorry you lost your head there for a second, man. That's fucked up.
That's okay. It'll grow back.
Cool. But it is the season, huh, buddy? Always nice to have you on. And then returning again, Leon, Words of Paradise. Hello, sir.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here for the Halloween season. It's gonna be great. You know, I've got a costume as well. It's not as great as Jacob Ironside's, but my costume is, a straight guy who enjoys this movie. So
back again for his
return. We're gonna get a lot of Leona stuff in the chat, and I know because I do every stream I go on as a guest, so I figure I'll get it out of the way now.
That's okay. Always glad to have you, buddy. And then we've got Gooch King, Master Jay. Desolate Souls. How are you doing, sir? You might as well just move in at this point. Pretty much.
Yeah. Stinking up the joint. Thanks for having me. I'm looking forward to this. This is legit like one of my favorite movies of all time. It is up there.
It is a great movie. Sure. Glad to have you on. White Bear, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing. How you doing?
I'm doing. I'm not getting
it's your dog's eating.
I'm not getting. Yeah, the dog's eating. It's what
dog's eating.
It sounds like a whistle train fucking going through the background, but it's okay. She's got to eat, man. You know how pets are.
Gotta eat, yeah.
Yeah, forget about it. Vex Electronica, how are you this evening?
I'm a vexomorph this evening.
Oh, nice. Nice.
But I can't. I'm trying to figure out how to do the picture-in-picture so I can blow this up, but it's not letting me do it on StreamYard for some reason. So
No shit.
yeah, we have to just go with the little vexomorph today, baby vexomorph.
Hold on, I'll give everybody a little of this. Though, there you go. There's the full. There's Vex what she's doing right now.
She needs a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I can see her 40 ribs.
According to Ridley Scott, I need more lube, condoms, and potentially a lesbian relationship. So.
Wow. Yeah, I can't wait to get to the trivia later. Throwing some good stuff at us in the chat. So that's going to be hilarious. Hello, everybody in the chat. We know you're there. We love you very much. We'll try to pull up your comments as the show goes on. But since we want to get right into the movie, let's do that now. Yeah, I had the pleasure to rewatch this again. I usually watch this about every time this year, around this year. It's a perfect movie to get into for the holidays. Sorry, not the holidays. Not something you want to watch for Christmas, but whatever.
I don't know. It is a gift that keeps giving.
That is true.
So.
That is true. Yeah. So I know that everybody talks about Aliens, the James Cameron movie, and I'm like, you know what? Great movie in its own right. It's just a different type of movie to me, and this really, this movie was way ahead of its time. The way they did the cinematography, the directing. Some of the CG special effects, I can't even say CGI, special effects. Yeah, you could tell some of it's a little outdated, but overall, man, the freaking costumes, everything just set up beautifully. What's up? Flaccid, Gord, Subtle Deviancy, Shield Wall. I see you all in there. Mrs. Sassy. I see everybody. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining us. Subtle Deviancy telling us to suck balls. I love him for that.
I got a question for everyone here. Like, what was the first time you saw this movie?
Way younger than I should have.
Yeah.
I don't know how old I was, but way younger than I should have.
Yeah. I would see. This movie came out in '79, so I think I watched it. I'm having some trouble here. I think I was probably around the same time I watched The Exorcist for the first time. So 80s. I was about 8 years old, 8 or 9 years old. So you do the math there. But yeah, I remember the same situation. My parents wouldn't let me watch it, and so I had to sneak down, watch it on the stairs, and then scared the hell out of me. So another night I didn't sleep in the cannoli house.
Yeah, I had older brothers make me watch this.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shield Wall of Dragon says classic movie was possibly my first woman in panties viewing I can remember. It's straight up. It was for me. It was that scene and like the Raiders of the Lost Ark when you see Marion getting undressed scene. Like both those VHS tapes when little Leon like. Can you see anything? You try real hard. Yeah, it was informative times. So Marion and Sigourney Weaver.
Just made you a man, didn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh. Well, I mean, that's,
and the Braveheart did have the same effect for you.
Yeah, Vex, did it make you a man? Or?
Did it make you want Sigourney?
Actually, I have some fun trivia about that scene when we get there. So
I think it's stupid tonight. Everything's stupid tonight. Nothing wants to work.
You hear that, White Bear?
I remember it being a long, hot summer day, and we had just got done with the fields. The field hands were particularly in the mood to watch a scary movie, and that's when I watched.
I'm very happy for you, White Bear.
I don't remember when I saw this. I think I saw bits of it on TV as a kid, and then I eventually watched it in high school in its entirety. Because I'd seen Alien versus Predator before I had technically seen this.
Watch this.
Oh.
Yeah. I know. But you know what? That didn't, because I had seen Predator when I was really young and I loved it from the get-go. So like it wasn't my first exposure to this universe, but like I guess my first, like from what I can recall in full, I had only seen the Alien in Alien versus Predator. I'd otherwise.
You and I had the exact opposite experience. I'd seen this before AVP, but I had not seen Predator before AVP.
Gotcha. Okay.
Nice. Sorry, I'm having some technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
Waited a long time to get an Alien versus Predator movie,
right?
And it just didn't stand up to what I wanted.
No.
It was a fucking terrible
I don't know.
movie.
Compared to what we're getting now, go back and watch it. You might have some whole new appreciations.
Yeah. When's the first time you saw Alien there, Jacob?
I was probably about 8 or 9. Yeah. Gave me nightmares.
Dude. This movie is...
There's a really good documentary on Tubi that I was watching right before this, which I didn't get a chance to finish, called Memory Origin of Alien. And on top of like some really stellar like unseen like behind the scenes footage, they go into a lot of depth about I think like conceptually what inspired Alien, aside from like, you know, the obvious stuff with H.R. Geiger and you know, where Ridley Scott was getting ideas.
That guy was a freak.
I love his stuff. I absolutely love it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
But it was so Dan Bannon, the guy that wrote the screenplay for this. Apparently he, for like his entire life, he suffered from Crohn's disease. And because of that, what his wife had said is like he always felt like he was fighting something inside of him. So that was kind of the inspiration for the chest burster, because it always felt like there was something going on. And then I was just like, I told these guys, I'm like, man, if I was just born like 80 years ago, I could be using my IBS to be making like a legendary franchise right now. But it's too late for me. So.
It's too late for you. It is too late for you. It's always too late for you, Vex. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
But yeah, he just like even like his first script for this, it was named something completely different, but the first 30 pages of it are straight what you see in the opening of the movie. Like it was so good that most of it didn't need a rewrite. The only thing that was really missing conceptually was like the actual alien, how that was going to work. And then he ended up meeting he fucked off. Thank God. Thank God.
All right. So
but then he met Geiger at an art gallery in France, and then they were able to kind of piece together what the alien was going to be like and all these other little elements of the world. So I thought that was really cool. Geiger was inspired by the inside of a chicken he was eating, ribs and such, amongst other things. Yeah, there's apparently in one of those Blue Planet documentaries, they say that Geiger was inspired by like a specific animal, and everyone's like, nah, B, like he's been very straightforward. Like all his artwork has also a very deep kind of psychosexual inspiration to it. He doesn't take, and he's even gone on record saying that he doesn't take any inspiration from, you know, plant and animal life. So
just imagine this movie if Jeffrey Dahmer made it then.
Very
it's very
mechanical.
Well, now you know not to trust the leftovers at that guy's house.
Right. Yeah. Speaking of Jeffrey Dahmer, I found a Jeffrey Dahmer Christmas sweater yesterday.
Oh.
Which I thought was quite shocking of all things.
Does it come with finger foods and whatnot?
Speaking of cannibals, did you find that show I was telling you about?
Show that you were telling
me about? Psycho the Lost Tapes, Ed Gein.
Oh, okay. I found it on a website, but I started watching something else. By the way, this is gonna be a hot take. I gotta throw this out here. Ew, he's back. Mike Flanagan. Mike Flanagan is a fucking hack, and I don't think he's very good at horror at all.
That is a very hot take, girly.
God damn it!
I've been watching a lot of his stuff the last couple days, and I'm just like, bro, like you kind of miss what is really central to horror, which is the buildup, the mysticism, and you seem to jump the gun on a lot.
What did he do again? Explain. You just mentioned this, but I'm autistic. What were you just watching from him again?
Midnight Mass.
That's it. Okay.
Episode 5, and I'm not liking it at all. Yeah.
No, I didn't care for those either. I thought they were boring.
Yeah, Hill House was phenomenal. I really liked Haunting at Hill House. I think he did a great job there, and I really liked Gerald's Game, which was his take on that Stephen King short story. That was good.
Oh,
but
he did that. Oh,
yeah. But everything else, I'm just like, bro, like y'all are sucking this guy's dick, and it's not that hard. It ain't that good. Like
his dick isn't that good, huh?
No, it's not. Sorry.
Sorry about that. We had technical difficulties. We got the fucking stream back on track. But thank you, Vex, for doing what you always do.
So now that we're here, can we talk about the sets that they use?
Absolutely great. I love the way it starts out. But yeah, I'll scroll through if you want to just start. Yeah, talking.
Yeah, I just want to say real quick. This is the first time I watched it with headphones on.
Oh,
and there are so many background noises that just make it even better.
Yeah, it is fantastic. I love how. I don't know if this was intentional or what, but it's just the way it shows the isolation because these people are asleep at this point, right? How this ship, how big it is, but yeah, it just has that typical futuristic. Well, obviously, except for the computer system, but whatever. It's a pass for the time. They couldn't really, but it's kind of creepy. I don't know how you guys felt about the opening. It's just silent, creepy.
That duck. The duck dipping, just continuously going.
Well, it's cold. It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold. Alien. It's alien-like.
Yeah, you feel it when you watch this.
These freaking helmets, and then the old computer sounds with the fucking that shit. I was like, that's how old I am. I remember that shit.
Yeah, me too. I love it.
It's so good. But yeah, it's a great opening, and then this is where we get like the the rumbling on the computer screen, and then the instructions come up from whatever a bitch mother. I hate that woman. That computer.
By the
bitch.
way, Nostromo apparently translates to old man, so there is a mother inside this old man. We'll get to it more. But
yes, ma'am. No, you're right.
There's some things that I just kind of because you realize I've recognized it in like the newer Alien films, and I've recognized it in Geiger's work as well. But I guess it just
so good.
It hit home a little bit more rewatching this earlier today because I guess we're all kind of hyper aware to over sexualization and innuendos and whatnot these days. But there's like a lot of progressive messaging that by all means is actually makes this film ahead of its time. Yeah, like even just technical aspects aside, storytelling aside, like thematically it's quite progressive. So I'm actually shocked that it did as well as it did, given some of the things it was pushing behind.
Trying to push.
Yeah,
you're right. I love how it opens up here with them. There's a great shot of the pods opening up and just you seeing how these people are surviving on their travels. And it's again beautifully shot. Set design's beautiful here. Like Jay said, it's cold, but God, man, it's just what a freaking. I don't know. It seems like it would be exciting in one way to just go into space and travel, but also seem depressing and lonely.
Yeah.
So even if you have
Elon Musk, if you're watching, hit me up, your boy Leon. I'll get a pod and go to Mars.
The way things are going, I think I'd rather go to fucking Mars lately.
Yeah.
I'm on X, and I pay $8 a month. I got the little. I'm supporting you, Elon. Hit me up.
I don't know if that's gonna get you to Mars, buddy.
You never know. He's trying.
Yeah, I like how they're all trying to just one by one, just kind of, and they're getting up. And does it? I forget. Does it say how long they were asleep for?
No.
No. But just assume it's a long time. Yeah.
I want to say it was
the first time they ever saw this, instantly assumed this guy was going to be the main character just because he woke up first. Like just movie instinct when I was young. I just figured the movie would follow him, and
something follows him. Something pops out of them eventually too. I like how they're wearing those diapers. Would you wear these? I'd wear them. I'd rock those.
Hell, if our president can, they
a
can.
Waylon Utoni diaper.
Yeah, I work from home. I sit a lot, so I was waiting for that reaction from Vax.
Now I know why you're so cranky during the workday.
Thank you. Just shit all day, shitting urine all day. At least I got cereal on the ship. I got food. The food is terrible. I like this. Yeah, the food's terrible. I like how they're all conversing and just kind of.
Feels real. Feels like a real living world. Yeah.
These two fucking guys, this guy and the other guy, though, bitching about them.
Parker and.
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, Rex. Go ahead.
No.
Oh no. Go ahead.
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead.
There was a detail I noticed in this, and I guess this is more like this is really just a symptom of its time kind of thing. But have they ever allowed smoking on spacecrafts at all, like for astronauts?
I wouldn't think so.
Because there's a couple scenes where you see the crew smoking on the ship, and I was just like, oh, that's an interesting little, again, product of its time, right? Because you could smoke everywhere.
You are not lying.
Never mind, Elon. I'm out.
Yeah.
I love wear those diapers. I love how those
think at this point.
I love how those two are like every time they have a group meeting, they're like,
yeah,
let's
where's
talk
our
about
money?
Pay. We want more pay.
Yeah. Where's our bonus?
Year bonuses, yeah.
Yeah, it was great though. I mean, they were hilarious. I think they were funny. People thought, I remember reading a review this weekend, just going back, and people were like, "Oh, they were the most annoying part of the movie." I'm like, "No, they were funny."
No way.
What year is supposed to be?
It really builds the world. He's like, to them, this is just a fucking job to them. Like we still, even in 2023, we still think, "Oh man, someone's going to the moon or they're going to the International Space Station." Like it's still a big deal when we do go to space. But for these guys, they're fucking truckers.
Yeah. Basically,
Whitey, to answer your question, it's 2087.
Damn.
In this movie, yeah.
What do we think about this whole look here? I like this, except for the TVs. It's a little outdated, but
I think by then they figured out the whole smoking in space, and plus these people are at the point where like, I don't care. I'm gonna do, if you want us out there, to be the space truckers.
I'm kind of with Shieldwall here. Like something, God forbid, happens with those like a match or a cigarette, and you're kind of screwed. Like, what's up, Abomination AJ? See you dropping in. Hey, Tyler, how you doing, buddy? Well, obviously, I pulled up your comment. Don't mind me. I'm autistic. So we get the so he's talking to Mother, right? She's like, is she okay? So again, do me a favor. Explain what Mother is. Somebody want to explain what Mother is? Because a lot of people
ship AI.
Thank you. Fucking Mother. Why is it always Mother? Because
she runs on Linux.
No, that's
no, again, I think the naming of everything is very intentional, and it plays into the very heavy sexual undertones of everything.
Gotcha.
Because like this film in many ways is an allegory for grape and sexual assault. And there's several things that Ridley Scott himself wanted to add in that wasn't filmed or made the final cut as well. Like, for example, one of the plans originally was to have the alien react in a sexual nature to Ripley when she's half dressed towards the end of the film, and it would take on more of a kind of, I guess, a breeding lustful tone from there, and that's what it was doing with all of the bodies. But then they scrapped that.
AJ, it's not woke. Calm down. This is 1979.
Like, similarly,
Polygon's gonna offer you a job, Vex.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, and in a similar vein, like Ridley Scott also wanted, oh god, what was this chick's name? What was her name?
For the lead?
Lambert. Yeah, no, Lambert. This other chick. He wanted Ripley. Lambert? Yeah, he wanted Ripley and Lambert to have a lesbian relationship as well.
So he wasn't.
We were robbed.
I don't think that's necessary. I also find, like, because I was looking at, when we get to the casting trivia, it's quite interesting. But the actresses that were up for the role of Ripley, they're all very intentionally androgynous looking as well, to kind of play on this blend between the genders. Like, just looking at Sigourney Weaver at this point in time, like before she's had any kids, she's got a very... She's hot, don't get me wrong, but she's not a very curvacious woman. She also got very sharp.
There's no cake there. Zero cake.
No, she got no cake. No.
No.
All about that cake.
It's all about the cake.
And then even Lambert is very masculine looking with the way her hair is cut, and kind of a very demure look in her makeup and all of that stuff. So they really tried to take away the feminine in this.
Even if they made this today, Tilda Swinton would play Ripley.
What were you saying, Jay?
No, even the sequel, the women were very masculine.
Yep.
Like in Aliens.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, but Vasquez was fucking hot. Oh yeah, that's a whole different ballpark.
Let's be honest here.
Exactly.
Are we opening up something here?
Well, something's opening up.
Vasquez could open me up any day.
Listen, we don't discriminate here on MMM.
Vasquez does not like gooch.
Well, she might have one. We won't talk about that. Yeah, those two guys again. They're fucking hilarious, man. Like,
that's Yaphet. Was it Yaphet Yodo or whatever his name is? And,
can we talk about? We're not doing any more work until we get our bonus.
And his sidekick was also in
there you go. Two lesbians.
Lance Henriksen vampire movie. Oh my god, why can't I not think of it? Near Dark, is it? Yeah, Near Dark. I think he was in that as well.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Melvin. We'll get to that when it comes.
A bit suggestive.
A little bit. Vex will do specific sounds and mime that for us later. That's going to be great.
Yeah, Yapik Kodo. That's it. Thanks, Jay.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're basically trying to figure out what the transmission was, right? You heard it in the trailer. Like, mother woke them up for a reason. And
it's like, ahead, Jacob, he won't, the Yapik guy won't, what's his character name? Parker won't shut up about pay, until he hears, well, if we don't go do this, all pay gets voided. We don't get anything.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah. Ash is funny. Now, when rewatching it, not knowing what we know now about Ash, but like when you first watched this, even if you were younger, did you pick up at all on any signs that he was not a human being? He was a little awkward. But did you say, okay, there's something definitely off about this dude? Like, there's something. Yeah.
He really likes the alien. He protected the alien. That was their hint. Yeah.
And there's that one scene where they're like starting to leave the ship to go investigate, and he's like jogs in place real fast, like this really quick. That's like the only part where you kind of guess, like, what is that?
Yeah.
What's going on with him? Yeah.
It was a great shot of this ship. And we were already into what? Well, Star Wars: A New Hope was already out. 2 years before this?
77. Yeah.
So we were already kind of getting But the great use of the ship and just showing everything on the exterior, and then this is where they're going into. Oh, so this is where they found out they got the distress signal, right? They already know that they're going to the other planet. And
I think they're still trying to decipher this distress.
Oh, what's going on? Yeah.
Yeah, they can't really make clear it up, and they're like, well, it's got to be a distress signal. We got to go check it out, and then this is such a great. Oh, I love this movie. Everything about this,
it's fantastic.
The lighting, everything's great.
Yeah. Look at the system.
Ship models.
Yeah, the ship models were fantastic. This is where they're going down to the planet now. And they have a kind of a rough landing on their way down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tom Skerritt. Look at this Chad with his fucking his beard. What was he? I'm trying to remember. Was he like a really popular actor at this point? Was he doing anything else, or was he not unknown? But I don't remember any other movies really he was except for Top Gun. Years after this, so
he was already on soap operas by then.
Was he? I don't know. I'm just asking because I'm just curious as to why.
I think he was.
He was in Steel Magnolias.
Yeah,
that's true. He was in that too. That was after. Yeah. Okay. Just curious.
Yeah, that was
after. Yeah. At this point, no. I think this might be his earliest role. Looking at,
that's what I was thinking.
Looking at his IMDb.
Look at that awesome ship design. Mm-hmm. The lighting, everything's just man. Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, go ahead.
There's a scene that's going to be coming up, and I'm hoping you catch it, where they're walking, and then there's the moon in the back.
I remember that scene. Yes, where they're kind of it's straight ahead. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, that was good.
I thought that was the sun. Was that not the sun? I thought I could be mistaken, but
it could be a sun.
An allegory
sun or a moon.
Okay.
I don't know. It's so good though. Yeah, I'm just trying to. So we got the lighting on. They're trying to just figure out what the hell's going on here. Oh yeah, they said the sun's coming up in 20 minutes. So yeah, Jacob might be right.
Good call.
Good call, Jake.
There's damage to the hull. They're trying to. They have to repair everything.
You too, Lambert. God, look at this shit. I'm just like, dude, no fucking way. There's no way I'm landing on this fucking alien planet. Like, I get they have, but and didn't half the crew not want to go? They were like, no, we fuck them, kind of leave them. We don't give a shit about these people.
Nah, man, I'm a union worker. I ain't getting out there.
We need my bonus.
Hey, my bonus money, man.
Where's my union representative?
And Vex, you might have the numbers. How much did this movie cost to make?
I do have those numbers. So originally they had been given $4.2 million, but then 20th Century Fox saw Ridley Scott's storyboards and doubled it to $8.4 million.
Wow.
But Box Office Mojo says it was $11 million. So anywhere between $8.4 to $11 million.
Go back there a second, Cannoli.
Mm-hmm.
Another one more.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Yep, right here.
The steam. He's like, they turned the steam on to make it more uncomfortable, and did it actually broke?
Yeah. They turn it off when she leaves because they don't want to hear her. Because Ripley's the second in command, right? In the whole out of the whole crew.
Yeah, that's why I think that's part of the reason she stays behind as well, if I remember correctly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at these shots. God. Yeah. Is this the scene?
All right,
sorry, go ahead, Leon.
I was going to say, just adjusting for inflation, assuming I did the math right, it would be about 49.5, so $50 million today.
That's still not even a
lot. Actually, isn't bad. Considering you got fucking $300 million
right there.
Movie.
There you go.
Oh, that's such a great shot when they're walking through. It's
yeah, really done. Yeah, great cinematography in this movie. Great image.
There's also another shot where it shows the alien ship, and there's like clouds, and then the sun above it is really good shot.
Yeah.
Did you? I don't know if you guys recognize this, maybe rewatching this or when you saw it originally, but the opening to Alien Covenant is almost near identical to the opening of this movie. Yeah. Aside from James Franco, getting burnt in the toaster, it's almost the identical intro for both movies, and it just makes me think that Ridley Scott is a fucking hack. This was his golden load, and then it kind of just all went downhill from here.
This is another great shot.
It is great. Yeah, in fact, you know what? With his recent history, he might have just gotten lucky, and then just become like a. He hasn't done anything really good. I know people are talking. What's that movie he made with Matt Damon and
The Last Duel? I was about to bring that up. I was like, I don't know. He made The Martian. The Martian was great. The Last
Martian was a good movie, but I guess. But his movies don't draw anymore. That's the problem. Well,
he's been doing.
I don't know. I'm gonna go see Napoleon fucking day one. So
yeah, that looks promising. Look at this design of the ship. When you first see it, it's in that through the imagery of the machine they're looking through. I know it's just creepy as fuck, man.
Every bit of this movie, if you're watching it and you're like, "Oh, this feels happy," this movie totally it puts you in that mood of I feel creepy for them.
Yeah.
They accomplished their mission on making me feel creeped out.
Yeah, and when you just see this and then you go back and watch Prometheus, you're like, God damn it, Ridley.
Well, it just sets a tone beautifully. It's cold. It's deserted. You're feeling how it's creepy. It's unknown.
Very
unnerving. It's hitting all the marks, right? You're just walking blind into this planet, and you're feeling the
Also, does anybody else ever? Because this is something that I've rewatching this that I've thought the last few years. The way he uses shadows and whatnot, I get Hitchcock vibes from the way this movie is shot.
Yeah, I can see that.
And another thing about Prometheus, I don't like origin stories when you don't need an origin story.
You don't need it where it's not necessary.
And they're not. There's no mystery about it. They're just showing you everything. There's no.
Yeah.
Prometheus would have been I think it would have been actually a far better film if it was okay if it took place in the same general universe, but didn't have a direct 1-for-1 tie to Alien. I would have appreciated that film a lot more. Same with Covenant. If they just took out all the alien aspects and the dumb fuckers who are commanding that space crew, I think that would have been a far better movie because visually it's quite well done, right? On the technical aspects, I think Alien Covenant is quite good, but it's just everything that is building upon is just utter shit.
It's just bogged down by everything.
I love that statement. If the movie was a different movie, it would have been a good movie.
Pretty much, yes.
If they just made it Napoleon Dynamite, it would have been great.
Melvin says he thinks Napoleon, Joaquin Phoenix is too strange and off-putting. Napoleon was meant to be charismatic.
I don't think Napoleon will do that well either.
I don't think it's going to do well in the movie.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I don't think it's going to do well. I just think it's going to be a well-done movie.
Yeah.
And also, Napoleon, I think that Joaquin is a relatively good
great actor
for Napoleon, just because Napoleon is in history was weird. He's kind of a weird guy. Kind of a weird dude. So getting a weird guy to play him, I think, works.
He's perfect for that. Yeah. This is great imagery here too. Look at these fucking design. Look at this.
Yeah.
God, I remember. Yeah, I was really just wow. Again, rewatching these things for these shows really makes me pick up on a lot. When this came on the screen, I just was like, wow. Like, I actually said it out loud. I was like, "This is beautiful." Sorry,
this space jockey was like, it's actually a pretty much almost a human size model, and they've just kind of blown it up with the angles. But you can see in some of the behind the scenes footage, like this is all meticulously put together and painted piece by piece.
I mean, look at that.
In some of the shots,
is this the director's cut we're going over, or the theatrical?
This is the original, not the director's cut. Yeah.
I think it's one shot in particular, like when they're leaving the ship. They're actually children in the suits, so to make the set look bigger. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is the part where you're like, "What the fuck is going on here?" Because his chest, the bones were blown up from the inside out, and you're just like, "Oh, okay." Like what? But now knowing what's going to happen, it's still, I don't know, man. These little slimy little goddamn aliens creep me out, dude.
I watched it last night just to refresh, because it's been a while, and like watching the sets, I was like, "Holy Dinah!" Like, I'm curious how much they spent on just the set alone, because it looks amazing, absolutely amazing.
Oh, it's fantastic! What's up, Ego?
So much detail, like meticulous detail all throughout.
Look at Ash. He's just like, whatever. He's like, "Did you find the fucking alien yet, please?" Yeah.
You keep saying Ash, and my head immediately goes to Evil Dead. That would have been a very different
movie.
Yeah. That's a very different movie. That's a good movie. Yeah, that'd be fun.
That's a mashup I'd like to see.
Yeah.
And this is my boom boom stick.
You know what, Whitey? You're not going to be invited back to the show if you do shit like this.
I had my membership thing. I had to use it. It was free.
I appreciate you. Thank you for commenting. You're always love you to have you here. Yeah, but again, there's just the use of the light, and this is where the guy who got up. Is this the guy who got up first?
Yeah. This is John Hurt's character.
Some good foreshadowing, I guess. He's the first to go in, the first to get attached by an alien.
So, and the idea of casting a guy whose last name is Hurt for what's about to happen. Foresight.
Look at this, man. Look at just shows you how big this fucking ship is, and just goddamn, dude.
They used I remember when we were doing Spaceballs, and they were using the mirror technique for the like some of the effects in there. They did the same thing here. There's a lot of mirror work for most of these shots to give the illusion that all of these spaces are a lot bigger or longer than they actually are. Yeah.
Smart.
This blue light that you see here, I thought this was a fun piece of trivia. They actually got it from the soundstage next door where the Who was filming a music video.
Really?
Yeah. So that's a Who light.
It's a Who light.
Wow.
They're singing Bob O'Reilly, and hey, you want to join the aliens?
Just take one of their lights. They won't notice. They're too high.
They won't know.
I just remember as a kid, like seeing that, and you're like, "Oh, that's so sick." Like, don't put your hand in there, dude.
Like, when I put my hand in it, it breaks the surface. Maybe you shouldn't do that.
Yeah, he's being a little too aggressive here, and then again, great set design here, but they actually show. They show like the inside. It's translucent. I know there's probably trivia on what they use, maybe to make it look like that inside, but goddamn, why? Why the fuck would you? Yeah, it's just why the fuck would you touch this thing? At this point, I'd be like, I'm gonna go wait for everybody else over there. But I guess curiosity, right?
This kind of made me realize something about Alien as well. Again, rewatching this is the plot and the characters are actually quite simplistic. It's really the universe that carries this movie. It's the environments, it's the creature, it's the tone.
Yeah.
Because these characters are pretty fucking dumb. I think Ripley's really the only one with a head on her shoulders, and they just disregard her basically the whole movie.
The whole time.
Yeah.
He has a head on his shoulders until he doesn't.
Yeah.
Vex. I always said when I was a paramedic, I always said if it wasn't for dumb people, I wouldn't have a job. So this is
I work in my
there you go.
Yeah, me too in my line of work. Yeah, that was very true.
I want to poke it with a stick.
But like to get the inside of this egg, this is like a mixture of like condoms and lube and animal parts. They did the same thing with the face hugger. It's like made of oysters and liver and all this stuff to give it a
Yummy.
So because they were using the real meat for all of this, like all of these shots had to be done basically on the first try because of how hot the spotlights were on it. So it was spoiling everything. Yeah.
Sounds like a Day of the Dead situation where it all spoils and actors. Yeah. Ugh.
Sounds like a weekend at Whitey's.
Yeah, with extra powder on the ground.
All that meat would be getting used. Trust me. So
I bet you've said that before.
It's not.
Is there extra white powder to help with the meat eating, Whitey? Yeah, there you go. Hitchcock. Alfred Hitchcock. Another great shot of the ship here. Yeah, there's. Oh yeah, so she's trying to actually. Wasn't this the part where she was like telling Ash, "I'm going to try to take a crack at the code or whatever." Mother, yeah. Mm-hmm. She's a smart lad. And then lady. I meant to say lady.
Lad. You
know I'm retarded. Is this a surprise?
Use that word.
I'm sorry.
Stick to your Guido speech.
Don't bring that woke shit into here.
But did you? So the alien. Yeah. So he opens up the alien egg thing, and he fucking attaches himself, and then you really don't see what happens. They just cut right to basically this, where they're pulling him in, which I kind of like, instead of just Ash.
Too, they only follow protocol when it will affect their pay.
Yeah.
So this protocol where they have to be quarantined, they just throw it out the window. Like,
so what did you think about this part where Ripley wouldn't let him in?
She was smart.
I was like, good. Yeah. Somebody's using their brain.
Yeah, really.
Well, really. I don't even let people in my fucking building when they don't have their ID tags to scan in and work on computers. Like,
she's like, "Are you vaccinated? Are you vaccinated?
Yeah, you have a mask."
Well, this part is disturbing because she's following protocol, and in the beginning, Ash was talking about protocol, and if they don't follow the 9/11 emergency call out, that they could lose their pay. So he's reciting the protocol, and then he's opening up the door, breaking protocol. It's just like, what the hell are you doing? Like,
I mean, later when you find out the ulterior motives, it does make sense because he wants what they've got. But yeah, it is a question at this point.
Yeah.
God damn! Thanks, Debsy, for that lovely trivia.
Delicious.
It was great. Yeah, so Ash is like
fucking me hungry up in here.
Yeah, look at this, man. Like they're cutting this thing open, and you just see this for the first. You're like, oh my god, what the fuck is happening here? It's great. It's again just great design.
The black guy, what's his name?
Oh, that's fucking racist.
Why aren't they freezing him? Why are they putting him on ice? Why are they freezing him? I'm just like, my guy, I'm right there with you. Why aren't they freezing him?
Yeah.
Oh, is Ripley based? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Might be. Yeah, this is great here, though. And so every time they're trying to tell Ash, like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, how do we get this off? What is it? He tries to remove. They try to remove it, and then it tightens its the grip on his neck, and you're just like, Jesus Christ, man. Very, very disturbing imagery here, but it's done very well, very effective.
This is where the grape happens. This is the grape scene.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
What I don't understand is like,
I've never been a fan of artificial grape.
And this scene is just right in your face.
What were you saying, Jacob? Sorry, buddy.
This scene is just right in your face too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody just needs a hug,
Everybody needs a face hug once in a while. Yeah, look at that.
It just wanted a hug,
Who doesn't like things like this down the throat?
Tom Skerritt is standing there. And if it was me, I would be standing there with a weapon. Like I would have some kind of
they don't have
weapon in
weapons,
my hands.
How do you, like? I guess they have makeshift weapons. Don't they have like flamethrowers and stuff?
They had spoons.
He had a gun when he was walking through the plant. On the
planet, okay, I didn't know that. Yeah,
he had that big gun thing.
Look at his face.
Like Tom Skerritt, here's one of the little drips too that something might be off because he's trying to drips. He's trying to preserve the face hugger, right?
Yeah,
under the guise of if you remove it, it'll kill him or something like that. So,
And Ash is always drinking milk.
Yeah, well, it's because that's what he has inside of it. Never mind, that's a bad. He likes that white milk inside of him. You know what I'm saying? So this is where they try to laser cut his finger, and the acid burns through the floor. And they're like, this could be a problem. It's going to burn through the whole freaking the whole ship. What's up, Stupenzo?
Which was pretty cool that they put that in there, the fact that they were actually worried about something other than the immediate situation. It's like, hey, this is kind of important too. It's eating through metal.
Not good.
Yeah, they got that effect by using styrofoam and some
pages of the timestamp. we're 40 minutes in at this point. Like we've been streaming for as long as this movie has effectively been going at this point.
Yeah.
We're just now getting some legit, like terrifying
slow
alien
build. It's a slow
stuff.
build, yeah.
Yeah, the slow. I think the slow build is,
but it's good.
If
you notice the last few movies we've been watching, Exorcist. What was the one before the Exorcist? I'm sorry, I'm stupid. Shining, Exorcist, and this. It's for the time they were made. This is what those movies are like: slow build, and the character development. It's like I miss this in filmmaking. I know people think it's boring now because everything's got to be quick and quick edits. It's like, dude, this is filmmaking. This is true filmmaking.
Hot take, this is the best of those three, by the way. Like they're all good, but this is the best of.
I'm not gonna.
I love Alien. Right. What I never understood is how the acid could be inside the alien, but it doesn't affect the skeletal structure of the alien or the skin. So I never understood that. So it can go through steel, but it can go through.
Sorry, go on.
No. If you got an answer, go ahead.
Probably for the same reason animals that are poisonous don't poison themselves. They've evolved to be able to contain it.
Something in their DNA just a lot. Oh, Vex got her hand up. Yes, doctor.
I don't have a straight answer to it. But
it's a gay answer. Okay.
You said you a lesbian answer.
It's a lesbian answer.
But when I was reading through the trivia for this, apparently the acid blood thing was kind of a last minute addition to the script because they were trying to find a reason not to have the face hugger come off of the person. So they just they thought like, oh, if we give it acid blood, that kind of gives a reason for like certain elements to play better with the rest of the story and for this birth to kind of happen and all that stuff. So
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Using such a beautiful word like birth to describe this feels wrong.
Yeah. This is not birth. Oh my God.
Well, there's a birth that happens later.
Yeah, it's technically correct, but there's something that feels wrong about it.
Yeah, they're trying. Yeah, like this is great. They're just trying to.
The lighting
is Vex a robot? I'm just saying.
You know what? I've questioned that a few times.
According to my YouTube comment section, I'm a man, so.
You're one of those.
Yeah, a man writes everything I say, and then I just read off a script. So.
Oh, really?
Okay, so you're like a 70s actress in Hollywood. Gotcha.
Okay, I gotcha. So you have no original thought. It's all male.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Cool. As it should be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. What you guys watching don't know is after this is over, she's gonna make every single one of us sandwiches. Like
yes. 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 As all women should, and clean after. Yeah, this is where he's looking into. Yeah, this is where Ripley comes in, and he's acting all suspicious and shit, right? He shuts the TV screen off, and he's looking at the imagery from inside the stomach.
I'd just like to interrupt you briefly to let the chat know I'm not a droid. I am a vexomorph today.
She's a vexomorph.
Yeah, hence the
Lance?
And the tag.
Hey, buddy, how you doing, Lance? Yeah, Vex is a man bot. We know this, right? Well, I've known her a while, and we kind of guessed early, but it's okay. We love her anyway, though.
How dare you, Jay Goodwin? How dare you say that?
Yeah, I wait for you to say something.
Bastardo.
And like, is she gonna let that one slide?
She catches everything. Oh god, I fucking love it. Yeah, so he keeps putting off Ridley. He's like, yeah, I'm coagulating information, and this is. He gives her like little bits of he's giving her little bits of information, but not a lot. And she's not stupid. Mm-hmm. And then obviously she doesn't trust robots or whatever the fuck droids, because she's not dumb. Yeah, this is funny.
He's creepy. Like even when
he is creepy, he does the creepy vibes, man.
He turns off the computer. Yeah, he's Bilbo Baggins. When he turns off the screen and he's just like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So creepy.
It's fucking weird, man. Look at his face.
Have you guys ever met a scientist in real life? That's kind of par for the fucking.
That is true.
Exactly, creepy.
Yeah. Look at him here. He's like, I'm gonna kill every one of these motherfuckers on this ship. What does he have in his hand? Oh, was that his gloves in his hand?
Yeah.
I thought he was. Never mind.
I'm not doing any gain of function research in here. Why do you?
Nothing. Nothing going on here.
bat over there? That's not a bat.
Yeah. There he is, just laying there. And they're
now the
checking
facehugger is gone.
Facehugger is gone. And isn't Ripley? Yeah, Ripley comes in here, and then I think the
doesn't close the door. Does not close the door.
Look at how dumb these guys are. Oh, the fucking alien is gone, but let's leave the door open. Then
wide open.
They're
Droidy
truckers.
comes in
Just
and
remember, they're truckers.
Yeah. Still, I mean, look, she's like, "Where is this fucking thing?" And then it jumps out at her, right? Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like the script is really like these characters are very simple. They're very dumb, but just everything else the movie is doing is what carries it forward.
Yes.
Well, so I think these characters being dumb. Someone in the comments earlier, because you called them dumb earlier, and someone responded with, "They're not dumb, but they're not that they are thrust into a situation that they are completely unequipped for." And I kind of like that argument. It takes me back to I'm a big Resident Evil fan. His favorite video game of all time is the first Resident Evil, and this game, this movie is actually laid out very similar. You take a group of they're cops, but no cops are meant to deal with a zombie infested fucking mansion. Same thing here. You got space truckers who, they know space, but they're not ready for a horrifying monster.
Yeah, they can fix a ship, but they can't.
They were willing to make a Jill sandwich. Okay, you're calling them.
Well, the reason I say dumb is that, like, I think all of us are well aware that whenever someone is sent into space, there's a really rigorous training module that comes behind that, both physically and mentally. So it's just like when you get the cold, you don't just go and you sit in a fucking movie theater, or at least most of us don't, and then just start hacking a lung up, right? You stay at home, you quarantine yourself because that's what's safe for you and everyone around you. So you think in an instance where a dude has a fucking vagina spider on his face, maybe it would be best to just maybe leave him, since we don't know what we're dealing with.
I think you're applying our modern versions of space travel to this movie, though. This is a world where space trucking is literally just a regular job. Like I doubt they do actually do near as much, hardcore training for at this point. Like going to space in this show seems no different than literally a trucker going on the road and driving. Like, what do they do? Background check to make sure they haven't raped anybody before? It's not like a regular federal background check. All right, you can pilot the space semi. Like,
you sure have a pretty mouth.
I actually didn't think about that angle where, being in space is actually pretty normal. So in that respect, you actually have a point. Like maybe there isn't that really all training happening.
All they're doing, they go to the location, they pick up whatever, and then they go into cryo. So that's where they spend most of their time.
Yeah, they're picking up 20 million tons of space
mineral ore or something like that.
Space ore or whatever.
Yeah, they're talking about what to do with it, and they're like, it's got to go. Yeah. And then she's asking about the repairs, and there's just a lot of, again, Leon said it, it's 50 minutes into the movie, and we still haven't even seen the full-on alien yet. It's unbelievable. But, again, the movie's not boring, though. It's just, it's suspenseful still, because you're like, what the fuck is going to happen now? Mm-hmm. Amazing. Look at these shots of the ship.
That's what's lost in nowadays movies. It's just no suspense. Everything's so predictable. The acting's flat.
Fucking guys.
I think this is where foreign cinema is really, and even foreign television is really taking the lead over Western stuff, because they're taking the time to, because if you even just look at, say, Japanese cinema, right? Because, and I'm not being racist when I say this, okay?
Yeah, you are.
But, because they have more difficulty being as expressive with their faces just due to, the way they are. They tend to play up a lot of other things too.
That's so racist.
To build up the emotion and everything, right?
So racist.
Just say it. Fucking those people. She said those people.
Yeah. I heard her say, "Open your eyes when you act." That's what I heard.
I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying, but they've mastered very well having to,
Oh, they're masters now, huh?
Well, there's a reason. There's a reason for that, because the Japanese and the Korean cultures don't show, public displays of affection, and that's their culture, right? So, I mean, here in North America, we want that, and over there, they don't.
You're Canada. You're very. I don't care what you say.
There's real men over there,
That's true. No,
yes.
I know.
Bottle that shit.
But on that note, their stuff is more organic and natural than our stuff right now because of the way they're acting it out. Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is where he homeboy wakes up from his as Vex would say, his vagina mouth hug. And then they're just asking him questions.
He was raped, and a vagina spider came deep in his belly, and there is now a baby gestating in there.
Oh, God. Why?
That shit.
Look at this guy. He's
like, maybe I'm dumb and don't remember this, but I have a general. Maybe the Alien movies, answered it later, and I don't remember because the Alien movies after the first two kind of blow. Why so obviously the face hugger lays the egg that grows into the xenomorph. So does the xenomorph lay eggs that turn into face huggers that lay eggs that turn into xenomorphs? Like, why does it not grow into a face hugger?
No, it is a repetitive cycle. So I think they hint at it in this one, but they explore it more in the later Alien films. So later on in the movie, like Ripley finds that the alien has kind of like netted them all up and has been kind of like using them to harvest. So it actually is using the victims it finds in order to reproduce and lay more eggs. So it's a continuous cycle.
Right, but what I'm saying is, why did the face hugger not grow into a full-size xenomorph? Why is it a face hugger as opposed to that? That's the part that I've never truly understood. Is because is it like it seems weird that this thing. Yeah.
I think it's just to build in more of that kind of like space mysticism and sci-fi elements by giving it such a unique and weird life cycle, right?
Gotcha.
But like also like Geiger was the inspiration for a lot of this, and even like in some of the notes that like the face hugger is specifically a mixture of testicles, a vagina, and fingers.
Yeah, and then the Gore King says the queen lays face hugger eggs, and the face huggers implant aliens. So that I guess that's the only the queen lays face hugger eggs. Thank you, Gord King. Yeah, because I remember the scene you were talking about in the director's cut where she discovers all the bodies. I just couldn't remember the actual life cycle. So
So
and the drawing that the whole Jay did is another life step in the life cycle.
Go ahead, Jay.
I thought their whole point was trying to find the perfect race by like finding
fucking
a host
racist,
and creating a xenomorph that blends with the perfect.
I thought that was an element they introduced in the newer Alien films with Prometheus and Covenant. I didn't know that was part of this original storyline.
Thing.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I always thought of it as that, like it was, collecting enough and collecting enough and collecting enough until it's finally like, all right, now it's time to take out the black guy.
Wow. Holy shit. That guy lasted a while in this movie, though. So, see?
Yeah, he's happy right now.
So, I was watching this, obviously, this weekend. I've seen this a million times, so I kind of dozed off on Saturday watching it, and then I literally woke up right at the part where this thing was coming out of this dude's stomach out of a dead sleep. Because I have my TV on loud, my system on loud, and that kind of startled me for a second. You know how you come out of a deep sleep and then you just like, where the hell am I? And you see this fucking thing coming out of a guy's stomach, and I was like, what is happening right now?
By the way, now that I've seen Spaceballs, because we did Spaceballs a few weeks ago, this scene is fucking ruined
even
for me.
better.
You'd never seen Spaceballs up until last week? Or
no.
No.
Because it was a Star Wars parody, and I'm just not a Star Wars fan. So for me,
But it's a Mel Brooks film.
No, so actually, I actually really love the movie because these guys were just like, oh, maybe you won't like it because of this. And I was just like, no, this is fucking great. So I'm glad I saw it, but now this scene carries none of the weight.
No, not anymore. All I see is this thing dancing across the fucking the cat. Hello, my baby.
If you can get a shot of the reaction.
What's up, Jacob?
If you can get a shot of the reaction,
let me see if
it was a real reaction. They didn't
know.
Oh
yeah, with the blood coming out.
The blood coming out.
Let me see if I could,
on Lambert's face.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
look at that, dude.
So a lot of people have said that this was done in one take. It was actually clarified it took 2 takes because the first take the alien didn't pop out the right way, so they had to do it a second time. But yeah, the blood reaction is all genuine from the actors in the scene. Yeah,
that's wild, man. Look at this thing. I just see it putting a top hat on now.
And there's now a penis that emerges from the man.
A penis with teeth. What is the teeth supposed to?
It's a hard knock life
symbolize
for us.
Look at this guy. He's got a pen. He's like, I'm gonna get this thing.
I ain't got a spoon, baby.
Oh, it's a spoon. Sorry, he's
It's a spoon.
Look at this.
Spoon the penis.
And their face is like, what the fuck just happened? What? Could you imagine? Oh God, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is where it kind of starts to finally. There you go, Leon. About an hour in, basically, we're like, okay. Now
it's time to go from Halloween to like Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
like,
we're going into the horror element now. We're gonna kill everybody, and they burn the body up, and this is where it starts. I mean, the movie was already good, but then the true suspense starts, and then
and they still think it's just this little thing running around.
Yeah,
you're gonna have a penis come out of you on Friday, on Thursday. Love it. Is that what you're saying?
Oh. Listen, I don't judge, but hey, you do you. Love it. You do you. Hey, with shield fall out of their shirts, make them look like they work at a resort in the Bahamas. Oh,
that might just be. I mean, like you said, they're California space truckers, right?
Oh,
so
yeah.
I guess
Harry Dean Stanton's character there, he's kind of like, the guy. He's been on the these kind of ships forever. It just needs some duct tape over here. Don't worry about it.
Jesus, Jay, you want to talk? Oh, a baby vagina. Okay, I see. We get it. You get it. You got to kind of scare me for a second there, love it, Jesus. I was like, what's going on over here? Please, no. Oh, God, it got sucked back in.
Don't get sucked back in.
Don't get sucked back.
Oh, God.
Don't get bored twice.
Oh, my God. It explains so much. Poor Hunter. Poor Hunter J.
Oh my goodness!
I got sucked back into my mom
twice.
I got sucked back into. I'm sorry. Oh my God! I'm sorry. Wow, we went off the rails, man. Fucking
what kind of sound would that make? There we go. There we
go. That was born twice.
Think about the vacuum.
Twice.
A wet vacuum sound.
By the way, Dex is also a voice actress up for hire. So if anybody needs,
there you go. There you go. Oh my God! I fucking love it.
Oh God.
Oh God. Oh, there you go. Hunter J and the Gooch.
Hunter and the Gooch.
Hey, he went up the Gooch. I think. Oh God. I can't. My sides hurt. That was great.
What are we gonna do today? Try to take over the world, Gage.
You can always tell Vex is ready to die from laughing. Her skin gets lighter. Anyway,
try to take over the world.
Yeah. So they're hunting. So they created this machine. Did Ash create the machine that can follow along with the sounds of the Gooch? I was going to say follow along the sound of the Gooch.
For lack of better words.
Yeah. For lack of better words. Fucking Hunter J. Oh my God.
The Gourd King.
Thanks, Hunter, for ruining my stream. I love it. Oh God.
The Gourd King's comment.
Whack-a-mole.
Oh yeah. No kidding, dude. Yeah, so they have this. So it pinpoints. What exactly was the whole thing with the machine? It can pinpoint location by sound, or what was the whole?
The density of air or something.
There you go. Yeah, I knew you would know. Okay.
Through sonar, we can use air displacement.
There you go. Yeah, but it's again. It's creepy because you're like Leon. So you're expecting this little. They're looking for this little thing. And then you find out later it's shedding basically and growing. It's growing very fast, like very fast. The penis is getting larger and larger.
Phrasing.
Also, like those are all shredded condom bits that you see for the skin
on the ground. Oh, nice. Yeah, thanks, Ridley, for that. That's cool.
Yeah, when we do trivia later, I got another look bits of its anatomy for that because I don't know if Vex got this one or not, and if not, I can't wait to.
That's why Brett looked so disgusted when he picked it up.
He knew what it was. Yeah, this part's great. I like how
ribbed for her pleasure.
It was ribbed. They this is a slow, like this scene takes a while to kind of, and again, imagery, right? He's walking through the ship and all these different areas, and just it looks fucking amazing everywhere he's going. It looks
really
amazing.
did.
Put you in that. Yeah, it's just God, man. It's just great. This is fucking great. All the machinery and then he finds the cat. Poor cat. I really the first time I watched this, I was like, I hope nothing happens.
The cat is in league with the alien. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's funny you say that. Have you ever seen the anime movie Lily Cat?
No.
Lily Cat is literally an anime version of Aliens, but add in concepts from T2 and The Thing. It just takes all three movies and wraps them into one. It's a weird out there movie, but if you want to see what an alien anime would look like if it stole from John Carpenter's The Thing and Terminator, it's like an hour and 10 minutes. Watch it.
Where do we find these things? Where do we find this?
I watched it on Amazon like a year and a half or two ago.
Pornhub? They're branching out Pornhub, yeah.
You see the cat's in league with the aliens. In the movie Lily Cat, like that's an aspect of it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'll get that.
I pasted the link in the private chat for you guys. There you go.
In the Gooch chat.
I was gonna say the cat. I think is actually because she's chasing her pussy around an aircraft.
Wow.
Right? There's that. But the cat is ultimately like innocence. It's pureness. She's the one thing that has not been kind of brutally assaulted by this alien, and she gets to keep that innocent part of this entire voyage with her as she goes into cryosleep. So
wait, what shot? What shot? Oh, which one were we talking about?
That shot right there is Vex after Henry Cavill visits. I have my Henry Cavill shirt on today as well.
I mean, with the water falling on the guy's face. That's the scene we're talking about.
That's just actually all that drool is lube. So Henry's good to go then.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Can you imagine the smell of this fucking set?
Dude, oh God!
And when they're all sweating, they're all being sprayed with fucking glycerin as well.
Oh, I got you, Jay. I got the one with the shredded condom on the floor. That's the scene he's talking about.
Yeah, Brett's like, what was Parker doing in here? He's the only guy who could fit this.
Oh my God.
I don't understand why he was drinking the water droplets here. Like, this isn't falling from the sky. This would be kind of gross, IRL.
Hey, it's condensation. He's just like,
condensation?
Oh, yeah.
That would
condensation.
Condensation. Jonesy. Oh, they're looking for he's looking for the cat. Yeah, Jonesy. Yeah. Poor cat. Oh, God, dude. This fucking thing that comes right behind him, and it's just like, there comes his mouth jizz. It's just fucking... And he just turned.
Actually, if you want to go back to that shot real quick, because the trivia I had was literally about that. So since the shot's up, so this right here is a syrup, sugar syrup blend. And so, do you guys remember back in the mid '80s when McDonald's got sued for not actually having any milk-based product in its milkshakes? They were allowed to call them milkshake. It was this same material they used for the alien mouth slime. Oh. This is what used to be McDonald's milkshakes before they got sued for not having milk products.
That's interesting.
Yep.
Wow, that is very interesting trivia. I didn't know that. Well, this is
I didn't have that in my trivia, so thank you.
Yeah, happy to do so. I know we get a shot of it actually showing it. So.
Yeah, this guy just looks and he just like, what?
It's like it's a giant Glad trash bag that's leaking on me.
That's the other thing. Like, why do people just stand there? Like, get the hell
I do.
out.
Well, I think you're just in shock at that point, right? You're like,
I can empathize with that a bit more. It's like how people just kind of like stop to look at a train wreck kind of deal. Like you're so frozen in the moment that you can't help it.
What am I looking at?
Yeah. And this guy's like, oh, another white man down. I'm gonna live long. Yeah. This is where they find his. Yeah, they just. It's the thing like fucking tore. Oh yeah, this is where we first see the mouth come out, right? The little mouth. Doesn't he come out? And okay. Dude, at this point, they're just trying to come up with anything they can. And it's like, yeah, dude. I don't know. Fucking Ash is like, I'm gonna capture this thing, and you're all gonna die, and you don't even know it. You're all gonna die. Great shots of the space. Yeah, I like how they keep going back out to the. To show the ship, like just to give you a sense of where they are every once in a while. Yeah. Who's talking to? Oh yeah, he's talking to Mother again. Mother's being vague, man. Mother's not giving up the secrets.
Oh, woman being vague. What a fucking shock.
Shocking, right? Keeping secrets to herself.
Well, I think again that's all part of her programming, and even Ash kind of reveals later that there is a very specific intent behind Wayland Corp as well in the event that they come across alien life. So it's kind of that plays hand in hand also to why all of these people unfortunately reach the fate that they do.
You bring up Wayland Corp, and they're, in my opinion, the most interesting thing about the world building, not just in this movie, but even in the bad alien movies. Like, because you were talking earlier, like, hey, if there were alien movies that were part of the same universe but weren't quite actually tied. I mean, imagine like a Wayland Corp movie in like a dystopian sort of cyberpunk version of Earth. Like you could do anthology films of like just shitty things that Wayland Corp has done, and I think that'd be a great idea for a series.
Yeah, that's why, like, there's so much to explore in this universe, and like just creatively, they for some reason have just really narrowed themselves down to quite literally just telling the first Alien movie, over and over again.
What Terminator did before Terminator did it, like effectively.
Yep. So true.
And then Marvel.
Yeah,
and then Marvel. Yeah.
No kidding, dude. Yeah, this is where the captain basically is going in, looking for this thing, and it's funny because they close off all these areas, right? So, and he gets into the spot, and it's fucking part was creepy, man, because they're like, "Where is this?"
Genuinely the only scene when I saw this as a kid that scared the shit out of me, because for whatever reason you would think you'd see it coming. It is a horror film, but I didn't. I did not. No. Like when the xenomorph does finally appear when Andy is solo,
and they're just telling him it's here. It's like it's there. And she's what's her name? What the fuck was the dyke's name again? Or the one Lambert. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. Sorry, it's a little aggressive.
And I'm the offensive one.
But yeah, like obviously we skip past it because the fucking thing's scrubbing. But yeah, like she's screaming at him, like get out of there. And you're just like, really?
I expected him to live. Like the first time I ever seen this, because you just see it pop out and then it cuts. So I expected later on in the movie you were going to see that he had somehow made it. He somehow got away, and it never fucking Threader's cut. It does show what happens to him, but like for a long time after that, I kept expecting that Dallas is going to pop back up. It didn't get him because it didn't show it. And
I like the way it popped up at him. It had that screech and it like reached out for him and then it ended. I was like, holy shit, this thing is Yeah, and they go in there and they found his little fake flamethrower, basically. And Ripley's getting pissed here at this point. Like, she's telling everybody, just shut. Like, this bitch is like, I'm done. Let's get out of here. Fuck these people. Let's just go. And she's like, nope, we're not leaving yet. But she starts yelling at the black guy, and he goes, this is fucking racist, man.
Nah, he's like, I have not got paid overtime.
Where's my bonus?
No, I'm not working another minute.
It's great though.
Like, just escape another minute till I get money.
Get my money.
Sorry, go on, White Bear.
No, you're good. You're good.
He was being White Bear. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't
worry. Go ahead, Leo.
There used to be this ride at Disney World called like the Hollywood Backlot Tour. I rode it when I was like 11 years old, and you would just sit on this like, it's not a roller coaster that goes fast, but like carts on a track, and it would just take you through different movie sets. And one of them was Alien, and so you're just going through and being in these effectively dioramas of movie sets. And the Alien one, to this day, it's been, again, I was like 11 years old, so this has been almost 20 years. And the Alien one is the most distinctive because it had this wax version of Ripley, and she's sweating profusely, and there's the sounds, and the xenomorph is like behind her, coming down out of a ventilation shaft, dripping on her. And it was just such a cool recreation of the set.
What the fuck are you doing?
I'm sorry, what was that tour called again?
It was called the Hollywood Backlot Tour, and it would take you through different scenes of movies. And
what is the issue? It's a backlot tour.
I'm sorry, that just sounds like a fucking kiddie porn tour. That's why.
It was a Disney World. There's probably some.
Right. Come on our Disney Backlot tour, kids.
Not the back door tour.
Not back door.
Back stuff in the back. Like,
maybe there's some like subliminal messaging in the fact that it ended with Herbie the Love Bug. Like that was like the last scene.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah, a lot of
this is where she starts fighting with Mother. Order 937 is this fucking guy, dude. Yeah.
Okay, this is where you laugh. This is
the
part I laugh. Okay, go. No, you go. Keep going ahead, but I'm gonna.
Oh, sorry.
chime in because it's like I laugh when I see this part.
Yeah, so Ash is basically, it's fucking creepy. She's talking to Mother. She finds out the objective, right? And Ash is like creepily just standing right next to her and just looked over. And you're like, what the hell? And yeah, this is where he starts to malfunction, basically. He
she's like it with some fava beans.
Puts the lotion on. Puts the lotion on
his skin. Yeah, look at this. And this is where okay, this is where we finally get, because he starts sweating and dripping from his head, and it's the white milky blood.
Yeah. Why is he sweating white?
I don't know why.
Oh, didn't she throw him against the I assume
he's malfunctioning. I think.
Yeah, he's malfunctioning.
Starts. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was comical that he grabs her hair and it comes with a
just
big
rips off. Yeah. There he is.
It's like the opposite of a Gatorade commercial. Milk. What's inside?
Gatorade is right. I like how the pictures of the naked women on the right next to them there. Yeah, so this is where he knocked.
Right, so he's witnessed this vagina spider kind of insert into John Hurt's character and get something in there. So now for him, because he's been trying to protect this alien thing the whole time, because he's not only is he kind of the robot curiosity, but also because of what Wayland Corp wants as well. So now he tries to, into
there we go. That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting for. Thank you, Vex.
Wait, is that his porn on the wall?
Can you describe that again there, Vex?
Yeah, what was that like?
He tries to, the rolled up newspaper.
Poor Henry Cavill. If you ever get a shot, Henry, don't do it like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Henry.
Dempsey, I've been wondering that all night, by the way.
What did he say?
He says, you're all going to die down here. Red Queen, Resident Evil, inspired by Mother, probably. Because I'd forgotten some of the aspects of Mother to this film. And then when we were talking about it, I was like, oh, you know what? Because, again, drawing the parallels between Resident Evil and this are actually, there's a lot. Wayland to Umbrella, the unprepared, like it almost follows the exact same plot, even to the point being a traitor. Wesker and Ian Holmes' character, Ash, being a traitor from the inside. So there may have been that parallel as well, Dempsey.
Jesus, Jay, what the fuck?
But then finally he malfunctions and he explodes, and it's just a bunch of white creepy stuff that comes out.
He's trying to explode, all right here.
This part right here when he takes up rolled up paper. And hits his head. Go ahead, next one, and knocks his head off the rolled up paper. It's like, damn, bro.
Yeah, strong motherfucker.
Yeah, like
that's some space age paper.
Yeah. Some strong stuff there. Yeah, look at him. He's like, what's all this white stuff on my face?
See, this is what your mom could have done to you when she was beating your ass when you were a kid, but she was nice. She could have knocked your head off and then.
My mother was a prostitute, so if my mom did something to put white stuff all over me when I was a kid,
wow. We still love you, Leon. Don't worry. We don't judge here.
Parker's like, holy shit.
I feel for Leon now.
I know. Fuck it. I heard poor Leon. Oh my god. Yeah, look at this fucking head just swiveling around. Like she's like, oh my god, all this white stuff on me.
So speaking of hookers, look at that head. That head game starts getting strong, and he starts freaking out. He looks like a kid that you're trying to make eat vegetables. No.
Yeah, this is where they try to awaken him again to get information out. And like I just putting his head down constantly. This is fucking done well. I mean, it looks great. Practical effects, right? So, what up, R2? That ass.
Go back. This is you after you've been edging for a year. It was so good.
When you were holding it in for so long.
So good.
When you come out of prison after 10 years.
When she keeps sucking after you nuts.
What the hell kind of show is this? I love it.
I'm telling you,
like
this entire
Hollywood backlot tour.
Right. This entire movie is just a sexual allegory
for sex.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my god, hasn't been like this since my last birthday." And, there he is. So they wake him up, and they're basically he's just like,
Vex.
This whole thing was planned. Obviously, you have to die so we can get the alien back. It's a perfect organism. We got to test it. Blah 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 blah.
See, but why did they all have to die? Why not? Like, let's say the face hugger never actually attached itself to the dude, and they found it, and
captured it, and took it somewhere.
Yeah. Why did they all have to die?
Yeah. Why did they just put the guy in a cryo tube?
You know what I think it probably was is
then you wouldn't have a show though.
Yeah, and also I think he needs to preserve like a specimen and whatnot, but I think he's like gathering information at the same time so that if he is successful in taking this back to Wayland Corp, it isn't a complete surprise. Like there is something that they can work off of. So
right.
I think
Resident Evil lifted because the whole thing was about the Umbrella getting combat data from putting cops in this zombie situation. That's just more things that Resident Evil lifted from this.
Yeah. I'd actually be interested to see if they lifted that much, because even Alien itself, there's several major inspirations for this script just from 50s and 60s space sci-fi and horror. Again, that documentary I mentioned, it pulls all like very specific aspects that this movie pulls out of those and then just combines it all in one, but takes out kind of the corniness and focuses more on the horror elements. So
you guys have just inspired my next scripted video, since I only do those about once a month or so. I'm gonna do a video drawing the parallels between the two. Thank you.
There you go.
I'm excited for it.
Hey,
I would. Yes,
go back about 3, 1, 2 more. Okay, just look at.
Oh, sorry, right here.
Yeah, you can go back one. But look at the lighting. Look at the lighting though here. How they make this look. Just it looks like just enough lighting, to get yourself.
Give you enough of a sense of what's going on.
I mean, I love it. I love it.
It's done brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and all these scenes, like even here, it's showing them get their coolant, and they have a plan, and then they have a plan that doesn't go very well. So she's getting. I mean, she's in charge now. There's only 3 of them, and they're trying to get there. Well, they want to get coolant, right? And they want to get out, and they want to blow this thing out into space. What's up, Beard? What's up, buddy? Thanks for joining, homie. Yeah, and it's
they're gonna get in the escape pod or something.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
The ship.
Yeah. Ripley's getting all her shit together here, and it's just a lot of just getting all their stuff ready, and then this fucking part, man. So, of course, the alien corners the check, right? I don't know if I can show it. God damn it. So, we'll leave it here. But the alien... So, I forgot about this part for some reason. She's cornered with this alien, and the guy's screaming at her, get out of the way, because he's got the flamethrower, whatever the hell he's got, the weapon, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's just, get out, and you see the alien's, like, tail... literally start going up her leg and literally just grapes her with this fucking tail.
This is a sexual element, though. They really want Juliet to have a sexual edge to him. So there's like an inkling of it, of something they wanted to keep in that just didn't make the final cut.
And so you can always, and then this is where the alien turns around and goes to the guy, and basically he's fucking just crushing his skull.
The black dude in the sequel is a whole lot more, efficient than the black dude in the first one. Let's be real,
it's just again there we go. There's a great shot of the fucking mouth, man. Oh god, it's so well done. 1979, man. Like, it just blows my mind that they came up with this concept and how good they. And then Aliens, they really improved a lot about the alien. Well, because they can make it move more, and the whole.
I was gonna say Aliens kind of takes it in a complete different direction. So whereas this movie is more like atmospheric horror. And it focuses on the environment instead of the characters. Aliens now focuses on the characters instead of the environment.
Never really. You're right. I don't even really remember the environment of Aliens. I remember the fact that it's a bunch of fucking hunky military dudes and dudettes trying to kill an army of aliens, led by Ripley. I don't actually remember I don't even remember if it's on their own planet or if it's on a ship. I know they're on a planet at one point, but they go back. I don't remember the
I think it's all. It's the same. They go to a
planet.
Same planet. They
it's
just
mining. It was a mining colony.
They put families and shit on.
And it's from the same planet they found that the alien ship.
Yeah.
But when I see this movie, I also think of like Hellraiser. I'm wondering if they took a lot of scenes from this and used it for when Pinface and they're all coming in, and they make it very cold and dark and.
Probably. Look at her face. She's like, "Oh shit." That's face says it all right there. You're like, oh man, the fear. But again, like it's just so well done. And again, like rewatching it, I don't care how many times I've seen this, I'm still like on the edge of my seat going, oh man, this is so good. Yeah, so she's gonna self-destruct basically the whole ship, and she's doing this.
Oh, what a surprise! Resident Evil ends with the mansion self-destructing.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yep, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. And then I forget. Okay, remind me again because I'm retarded. Why did she change her mind and stop it again?
She tries to, but it's too late.
She's too late. Yeah. So she leaves and then she comes back to try to stop it. And then it's like, oh, sorry, bitch. Mother's like, fuck you. And that's where she goes, mother, you bitch. Starts smashing the screens. But yeah, we're getting pretty much here to almost to the end. Yeah. And again, it's just suspense. Where is this fucking alien?
Yeah.
And yeah, see, I like how they again bring it back to the outside to show how big what's going on, how big this ship is, and some perspective.
Shieldwall Dragon says, "I always wonder why ships have a self-destruct. At least in this film, it makes perfect sense. Wayland Corp is a front-facing company that's doing illegal, shady shit under the cover, so it makes sense they have a way of clear evidence if things go south.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, and this is where she's just panting. A lot of that going on here. These close-up shots of her, and she's just like, she's going room to room, just trying to get into that ship to leave. And it's just like, man, where is this fight? Even I'm like, where the fuck is this thing?
By the way, so just another inkling of this whole sexual aspect. So she has been quite violently ejected from a womb now, and she's out in the real world. And there's still, dangers out there.
Just like The Shining, when you the blood coming from the elevator.
Oh yeah,
at that time.
Or is this more an abortion allegory?
It's also an abortion. You could say that as well. A bit of like forced birth, and then trying to cancel a birth and all of that stuff. Like how she tries to cancel the explosion and whatnot, and it doesn't work.
Is this the movie we find out where Ripley's a mother, or is that the sequel? Because I don't know if that plays into the theories.
It's a sequel.
It's a sequel. Yeah.
And then from here on out, it turns into the Love Boat.
Yeah, even when she tries to push the alien out of the thing, she pushes it out with a hook.
Didn't see.
Oh, coat hanger.
So when she go, yeah, this is a great scene. The 70s. Yep, great scene here. Yeah.
Wait, that's the direct. Gore King says it's the director's cut of the sequel. If that's the case, I think I may have only seen the director's cut because my memory only has.
Hold on, no, but she says she has a daughter literally in the first 10 minutes of the original cut.
The original.
She wakes up in the hospital, and that's where she visit.
But then there is a scene that they show like a picture of her daughter, and it's like an old woman.
Oh, but I mean, like they mention her though still before the picture.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
So, yeah. Either way, it's in the original cut. I'm
okay.
Sure.
God, I was sitting here. I was like, I've never seen the original cut of Aliens, so that was mind blowing for a moment.
Ripley, there's no
here's
curve.
The money shot.
No curve, Ripley. She's taking her pants off.
I don't give a fuck. She's still hot.
No, she's still hot, but I'm just saying she has a very androgynous. I guess, God, I can't. Why is her underwear so small? Like it's.
Well,
I don't know. At least in space, in this movie, they wear underwear, unlike in Star
Wars. I go
Wars.
through the same thing. Every day.
But no space.
Hey, I'm gonna have to cut you off.
It's the gooch.
Yeah, it's the gooch. Gooch.
So there's another interesting piece
look,
of
wait,
trivia
that
here.
scene right there. I think you can actually see the alien in that shot.
You can, yes.
Yeah.
If you look close enough, you can see it in that shot. Yep.
Boobies.
I've never noticed that. Where at?
It's a peeping Tom.
So this like a lot of people. I'll get to it in the trivia, but there were a lot of people that had issue with the scene. But so since this is the 70s, the Ridley Scott had actually asked. You can keep scrubbing. Had asked Sigourney Weaver to. He had asked her to shave her pubic hair for this scene, and she refused to. So in post-production, there was a guy dedicated to just digitally editing out Sigourney Weaver's pubes in every shot
Well, how much did she have? I know the 70s had Bush, but damn.
Well,
did she have like
another.
Honestly, there's actually a scene where I don't know if you'll scrub through it or you'll stop on it, but like the way the camera is panned up at her, you can actually see that there's a bit of bush underneath her underwear.
Jesus Christ!
So
she had a Sigourney fro down below.
Yeah.
Sigourney fro
down below. Either she could have shaved, or have a guy look at her for hours.
Yeah, there's just someone that digitally edited out her pubes shot for shot, still for still in this movie because she didn't want to shave them.
Can you imagine what that dude jerks off to nowadays? That had to leave some sort of imprint on his psyche. Like,
oh yeah. Yeah, every time he sees hair, he's like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. We make fun of motherfuckers. They're like, "Oh, look at this dumbass that bought some gamer girl's bathtub water." But then there's like, no, there's a dude in the '70s who had to digitally out Sigourney Weaver pubes. Like,
this is nothing.
Yeah.
And then in the 90s, all she did is shave.
In this scene too, like you see her lift up her leg and put it into the suit. So like that's just even more painstaking editing. So.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, yes, you're right. You're right, R2. Airbrushing, not editing. Thank you. Airbrushing.
There you go. Yeah, airbrushing. I like this scene though. This is one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie where she is trying to set up the ship to leave, and then the alien just kind of pops out of nowhere.
Well, this is where the alien also is kind of downplayed a little bit for the first time in the movie because up until this point we hadn't learned how it was really hunting or anything, but now we learn like, oh, it's basically a hunter based on sound. It doesn't see very well. It's pretty basic in its methods. So
Oh god, look at that! And this thing pops up. I like how the mouth just pull all the way out and comes slowly back in.
It's kind of cute, kind of adorable.
Well, yeah, of course you would say that.
I wanted to like throw like a little candy in the little mouth.
Right,
there you go.
You hungry little guy? You hungry?
You like Skittles?
You like Snickers?
You want Snickers? You're not you, and you don't have your Snickers.
Yeah. You're a little grouchy and kill people.
I imagine that commercial though. He eats it and he turns into like a fucking Jawa or an Ewok or something.
There you go.
Where you really act like an alien when you haven't had your Snickers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is great. Look at this shot. This is great. This whole scene was fucking fantastic. How she gets she's just slowly walking it, getting in the chair in her suit, and turns on the opens the door. Right, she turns her around and it opens up the air pressure door and just pushes this thing out.
Going back to when the mothership explodes, that's so 70s with the ground.
That's what I mean. Where that obviously doesn't hold up because of the way the explosion happens.
Actually, if you keep scrubbing forward where the alien gets expelled out of the ship, it does in fact, for a lack of better words, try to go back in.
Oh my god! Fucking analogies. Oh yeah, this is where it goes up. It goes up and in the engine, and she's like, "Nope."
Go back for a moment. That's a model I don't really care. Like the model of the main ship. I almost said Nostromo. Nostromo, I think, is a great model. This one, to me, I'm not a fan of the escape pod.
Yeah, that looks like an answering machine from the 80s.
No, you know what it looks like? It looks like those those little click cameras that you can put a little slides in and you can click
and it's slideshow and you click
slide camera.
Slide. Yeah. That's for old people. Young fucks don't know.
A viewfinder?
No.
I know what it is.
Yeah, viewfinder.
Is it called a viewfinder?
Is that it's a viewfinder. Yeah, that's it.
Viewfinder. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was the only one. Shit, nice.
Viewmaster. Sorry, thank you, Jake.
Viewmaster.
Yeah.
Good call, Jay.
I knew
Good call, Jay. Okay, listen. What the fuck you want from me, man?
Yeah, it's kind of painfully obvious. Sorry to interrupt. The kind of set too, because it's hanging and it's dripping, and you're just like, that wouldn't happen in space. Come on.
No.
Hanging and it's dripping.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, it's dripping on the right side. Yeah, it's extra wet, extra moist over there.
Yeah, she got the alien, burned it out, and pushed it out into space, and then she's got her little pussy in her lap, and she's petting her pussy and going. 6 weeks.
The cat's like, damn, I thought I was hairy.
On the model of the Nostromo, there's actually 2 escape pods.
Oh. I didn't know that.
Wait, so what is that hinting at then? Was something?
Well, they said that there weren't enough room for all of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Lambert was complaining because there were still like 5 of them left, and they're just like, "Let's just go." And she's like, "Oh, there's not enough." You're
Jesus
right.
Christ. The fuck, Jay? Jesus.
I'm not stroking nothing. I'm not stroking nothing. But
no, the pussies are sleeping. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, so that was it. She basically gives her little recording and then leads into the Alien 2, which we will be doing on the show eventually. Yes, you can't do Alien 1 without Alien 2 eventually. But yeah, that was it, man. Again, it's not as the movie. I thought the movie was longer when I initially watched it. For some reason, it's not. It's like 2 hours, which is fine. I don't think this movie had to be any longer than it was. To be honest, it was perfect.
It's a movie that feels longer because of how the first half is
pacing.
paced.
Yeah,
but it's a good. It sounds like a negative when you say that, but it's a very good thing.
Yeah. What are you gonna say, Ben?
I forgot what I was gonna say, so don't even worry about it.
Fucking women.
Everything's fine.
Everything's good.
Everything's fine.
I love you. That's okay.
Fine.
I guess we could do.
There's the Tyrannosaurus right there behind Whitey.
Yeah, Whitey. Yeah, Whitey.
It's as big as a house.
Great movie.
A house. You get it? Because it's so big.
So big. And they let that guy write a
Why'd you
complete
say it twice?
movie by himself.
I did.
Yes.
Yes. All right. I guess it's time for.
All right.
I hope Henry Cavill watches this and sees that. And he's like, yeah, that's my girl. I'm going to be all over that.
If I had a shot to get Henry Cavill on a show, I would do anything, almost anything to get it for Vex. I would.
I mean, he's got a girlfriend, so I mean, and I'm married.
No, not even for that. Just to get him on a
married.
stream. Yeah, I would just
don't pretend like you and your husband don't have a celebrity 5 list and you just wrote Henry Cavill 4 times. Like
4.5.
Yeah, like the 5th one just says Cavill because she'll take his brother. Like if that's available.
Have Cavill will ride.
Oh God. Yes, I would. I totally.
All right. So this movie came out on May 25th, 1979. It didn't really have much competition. It stayed at number 1 for 3 weeks.
Wait, I'm sorry. What was the date again? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. What was the date?
May 25th, 1979.
Oh, I was born 7 days before that.
Born 2 days before that.
So it stayed at number 1 for 3 weeks at the domestic box office and was just take a wild guess what dethroned it.
Oh wait, 1979. What was 1979 in May? Oh God, I don't know. I was gonna say Rocky, but that was before that.
Rocky 2. Rocky 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fucking Guinea.
So it managed to pull in over $106 million.
Wow, that's a lot.
Wow,
back then. Yeah.
Time to bring out the conversion calculator again.
So okay, I don't know if this is an adjusted one because this is also taking into account all the re-releases it had. So I think this is adjusted for inflation as a result.
Okay.
Because it had a re-release as recent as 2022 last year.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Okay.
I do remember that. Okay.
Okay, trivia. So it was conceptual artist. Okay, that's the acid thing. We're good. Blue laser light. I got chest bursting. I got okay. To get Jones the cat to react fearfully to the descending alien, a German Shepherd was placed in front of him with a screen between the two, so the cat wouldn't see it at first. The screen was then suddenly removed to make Jones stop advancing and start hissing.
Poor German Shepherd.
Damn.
Poor Shepherd.
Yeah.
God damn.
There's also 4 cats that play Jones in this movie. So.
Oh.
And one of them went on to have a budding career as Orion in Men in Black.
I don't know shit.
No, I know. I completely made that up.
No, you made that.
I was like, man, that's
You
old fucking cat.
You
How did that cat live so long?
That's one old pussy.
So in H.R. Geiger's original illustrations that inspired the look of Alien, the creature had eyes. For the movie, Geiger insisted that the creature had no eyes, thus giving the bleak appearance of a cold and emotionless beast that hunts by smell. Geiger's initial designs for the facehugger were held by U.S. Customs, who were alarmed at what they saw. Dan O'Bannon, the screenwriter for this, had to go to Los Angeles International Airport to explain to security that they were designs for a horror movie. The actual production design of the facehugger used by sculptors to make the real prop was created by Dan O'Bannon, as O'Bannon had trained as a designer before Geiger was able to sign on to the project, which is pretty cool. The dead facehugger that Ash autopsies was made using fresh shellfish, 4 oysters, and a sheep kidney to recreate the internal organs.
Kidney, interesting. Okay.
Haggis and seafood. That's the most fucking European.
And you can't do that anymore in a movie.
Yeah.
Why can't you do that anymore?
The health concerns.
Gotcha.
God, the government.
Ridley Scott did all of the handheld camera work himself.
Makes sense. Yeah. I like that.
The original cut of this movie ran for 3 hours and 12 minutes.
Oh, I want to see that cut.
I want to see that cut as well. Yeah.
Me too.
For the scene in which the facehugger attacks, the egg was upside down above the camera, and the operator thrust it down toward the lens like a hand puppet to make it look like it was jumping out at you.
Nice.
Yeah. Cool. Sir Ridley Scott originally wanted to use animatronics to portray the alien, thereby hoping to avoid the sight of a monster obviously being played by a man in a suit. Unfortunately, the special effects techniques at the time weren't sophisticated enough for what he had in mind, but agreed to an actor playing the part after being introduced to, I'm going to butcher this.
Oh, God, please.
Aji Badejo? Is that close?
Aji Badejo. We'll go with that, yeah.
Did you just speak backwards?
Maybe. Badejo was a graphic artist who was discovered at a pub by one of the casting directors. He was 6'10", with very thin arms, just what they needed to make the alien look less human and more insect-like. He was sent for Tai Chi and mime classes to learn how to slow down his movements. A special swing had to be constructed for him to sit down during filming, as he could not sit down on a regular chair once he was suited up because of the alien's tail. This movie was also his only acting role.
Can you imagine being casted for that? Like, you're sitting at a coffee house having your fucking latte, and someone walks up and is like, you look like an alien. You want to play an alien? Like,
yeah, you look like a guy who has jizz coming out of his mouth. You want to
a sex scene between Dallas and Ripley was scripted to show how casually the crew would solve long periods of abstinence. Another reference to this was a deleted scene where Ripley inquires with Lambert whether she would ever have sex with Ash. Tom Skerritt later said that he discussed the necessity of the scene with director Ridley Scott, thinking that it added nothing to the narrative and only interrupted the flow of the movie. Scott agreed, and the sex scene was ultimately not filmed, but he revived the idea of crew members having casual sex for Prometheus.
Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
To be fair, it's actually not like from a world building perspective. That is an interesting idea because I mean they are out for months, sometimes possibly even years at a time when you factor in cryo sleep and whatnot. So and you're in a a mixed gendered crew. So I like the world building aspect of that. It probably would have distracted from the flow of the movie, but for like realism sense, it's pretty cool.
Elon's not going to have space sex with you, Leon.
Maybe if he keeps buying his subscription.
A little bit.
I'm just thinking of like the tone this movie takes. Like just throwing in a sex scene, it just wouldn't.
Yeah. Shieldwall just said that too. It would have ruined the movie.
Oh, okay.
Not the first movie. Not the first one, anyway.
Yeah. The front part of the alien's like costume head is actually cast from a real human skull.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And not one of the crystal skulls of the Indiana Jones variety.
No. So Ridley Scott's 2003 director's cut largely came out when over 100 boxes of footage were discovered in a London vault by accident. Thought that was pretty cool.
That's interesting.
According to Sir Ian Holm, Ash's head contains spaghetti, cheap caviar, and onion rings when it gets burst open.
Now I'm hungry.
I had a girlfriend like that.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Potential directors who were either considered by the studio or wanted to direct included Robert Aldrich, Peter Yates, Jack Clayton, Dan O'Bannon, the writer, and Walter Hill. Aldrich, in particular, came very close to being hired, but the producers ultimately decided against it after they met him in person, and it quickly became apparent that he had no real enthusiasm for the project beyond the money he would have received. According to another scripting director, the moment when Aldrich talked himself out of the job came when they asked him what kind of design he had in mind for the facehugger. Aldrich simply shrugged and said, "We'll put some entrails on the guy's face. It's not as if anyone's going to remember that critter once they've left the theater."
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I've seen plushies of facehuggers, so clearly very memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the first R-rated movie ever to receive a tie-in series of toys marketed towards children.
Oh, really? RoboCop. All right, cool.
Interesting.
Like one of the replicas included like an 18-inch like xenomorph replica, and I think last it was reported they go for about $1,000 on eBay now because it was such a limited run. Yeah, it's a collector's item now.
Wow.
Many critics have commented on the exploitive nature of the scene where Ripley strips down to her underwear for no real reason plot-wise except for being titillating for the audience, just to be attacked by the alien once more. And James Cameron, who directed the sequel, Aliens, and who was a big fan of the movie, hated that one scene. In an interview, he said, quote, "I hated that scene. When I saw it, I vowed if I became a director, I would never make women shoot scenes like that again." Originally, the scene made more sense in terms of the plot. The alien was supposed to be of a more sexual nature, and he's hiding in the ship's machinery as Ripley strips. And at that point, when he sees her naked, being somehow triggered, he compulsively jumps out at her. There's also going to be a weird Beauty and the Beast moment where naked Ripley faces off against the naked alien. Most of this was scuttled, and these themes are toned down in the final film. So while the sexual undercurrents are still hinted at, it just became the hidden alien suddenly jumping out at Ripley, who is unclothed and vulnerable.
See, and I'm glad they said vulnerable, because the idea that it's just there to be titillating towards the audience. Even when I was younger, I would push back on that argument. Like, to me, it's always, dude, when you're in a more vulnerable space, whether it's like Zombieland calls attention to it. They strike when you're going to the bathroom, for example. Like, when you're less clothed, you've got your more skin exposed, you're more likely to be harmed. It's always made perfect sense to me. That's such a dumbass argument.
I was also just thinking, like, when you think of just all the sets throughout the movie, they've always been very big, very open spaces. And the final 10, 15 minutes of the movie are the only time where you see a character in a closed, and confined space. And usually in those, people tend to be a little more private and kind of let things bare. So, like, I don't know about the 2 sizes too small underwear, but to be in her underwear, it kind of makes sense when you just think of visually what we've been exposed to for the rest of the film.
I get you. That makes sense. Yeah.
So Ridley Scott originally wanted Ripley to be fully nude in the shuttle scene to put the character in an even more vulnerable situation, and he also wanted to show the alien getting sexually aroused by her. A similar scene was planned and possibly even filmed for Prometheus, involving Meredith Vickers, the character played by Charlize Theron. There might be an alien sex scene out there. There you go.
Cool. Well, who wants to? Let's get that and show it on the show one day. That'd be fun.
David Google search after this.
Right. Yep. David Cronenberg and David Lynch have both been very vocal on their disappointment with this film, finding it derivative of their work without the same thematic depth. Cronenberg noted that the life cycle of the alien mirrors that of the virus in Shivers, a 1975 film. In Through the Mouth develops in the stomach from which it emerges, complete with corrosive enzyme. Lynch thought the chestburster resembled the infant from Eraserhead from 1977. Although the 2 directors disliked the film, it didn't stop either of them working with the cast in subsequent projects.
Well, I hope Cronenberg has the same fucking thoughts about his son, who's literally just derivative of his own father's fucking work. So,
yeah. Oh, the egos on these guys. God damn.
Right.
Dude, I know.
There was like a lot of set trivia, and I would have liked to go through that, but we'd be here for like another hour, so I didn't put that in here.
God damn it.
But I do have a little bit of casting trivia. So Harrison Ford turned down the role of Captain Dallas.
That would have. I don't know. I get why they would have done it. Worked. Yeah, probably.
He probably turned it down because people would have compared it too much to Han Solo. But by the same
I was just
token,
going to say, yeah.
Blade Runner is also one of the. It's known as one of the greatest sci-fi films of all time. So
that's true.
Yeah.
The role of Ripley ultimately came down to Sigourney Weaver and Meryl Streep. The two actresses had been college mates at Yale. Ultimately, Weaver was offered the job because Meryl Streep was mourning the death of her partner at the time.
Oh my God. What the fuck?
Hey, know your lover just died. You want to be in a movie with a bunch of alien rape undertones? Like,
yeah, you want to get graped by an alien? Come on.
Meryl Streep would have knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, she would have.
Oh
yeah. Helen
do you think
Mirren,
Meryl Streep would have brought more femininity to the role?
She would have. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Helen Mirren auditioned for a role, but it's unknown what role. I imagine it was probably Ripley.
Yeah,
that was the alien. Have you seen her cheekbones?
The resemblance is like
I was gonna say Dallas.
And Bill Patterson also turned down a role.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, just don't know what the role is, but
Gord.
That's all I have for casting trivia.
No Christopher Walken? Oh, I was expecting Christopher Walken.
You know, we gotta get this alien off the ship.
You know, this xenomorph.
What I need is this xenomorph up my ass for 7
would
years.
have played Ash. Can you imagine Christopher Walken as Ash?
Oh God.
I think you guys are missing the bigger opportunity. Christopher Walken as the alien. There you go. Listen, you'll look really good in that underwear there.
As Ash.
You know, your nice little shaved bush is doing it
see
for
them.
me.
They're stuck. I had to open the door to get these people inside this ship.
Here's that. And then
I had to break protocol.
Yeah. Kitty. So I guess if we can we'll go around here and do the rankings, whatever the fuck they're called. Let's start with you, Jay.
You owe Hypno money, just so you know.
Yeah.
I owe Hypno money? Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, we guess Wookiee is a hoe LLC. Also, I love the fact when we were talking about Han Solo was when Hypno jumped in and fucking was making fun of Wookiee. I was like, oh, ask and he shall receive.
Fucking Hypno,
timing.
What a great timing. All right. Jay, what do you give this out of your whatever ranking system you want to use, buddy? Gooch. You got to use Gooch.
Yeah, out of the Gooch scale of 1 to 10, and having a big Gooch is obviously a 10. I would give this a 9 out of 10 because this movie, everything about it, the set, the acting, the scenery, just everything is fantastic about this movie. I love it so much. Yes, I'm being biased because I'm a sucker for this movie. I might even give it 9.5.
You're a face sucker for this movie?
Yeah, I'm a face sucker. I'm a gooch sucker. So yeah, I give it like 9.5 gooches out of 10 gooches. It's just phenomenal. Everything about it was way ahead of its time. Just way ahead of its time.
I said that on Twitter, and it's so true. Yeah. What a pleasure to rewatch it. But all right, Jacob, my man, the headless, whatever the fuck you got going on. What would you rank this, buddy?
I would rank it 8 ash heads in a duffel bag.
Ooh, I like that. Good. Yeah, it's a fantastic movie. Leon, the jester of all Saiyans, what do you give this?
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I don't know if this is gonna be fair or not, but like I give it 10 McDonald's milkshakes out of 10. Like this is one of the very few movies I consider a perfect film. Like I do not think a single moment of screen time or story is wasted. Like this is right up there with maybe like Perfect Blue is one of the very few other perfect 10s I can think. So yeah, this movie is a 10 for me.
Nice.
Cool. White Bear? Even though you're showing the wrong movie in the background, you want?
Everybody kept on bringing up Predator. I was like, yeah. We can only talk about.
There is a Predator in this film, and it does.
Yeah, okay, we'll give it to you. Yeah, what would you rank this, everybody?
So I'm gonna make Norm Macdonald sounds. Hitchcock. Okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna give it 8 Hitchcocks out of 10 because this is pretty definitively like one of my favorite sci-fis ever. It's to me, it's the Lord of the Rings of sci-fis. So.
Okay, fair enough.
Whereas all the sequels except the second are like the Hobbits and Rings of Power of sci-fi.
There we go.
So,
Vexomorph, since this is one of your favorites, what do you give this movie?
I'm gonna have to go with Leon and also give this 10 Ripley alien xenomorph sex tapes out of 10. This is a perfect movie to me. It's aged wonderfully. The rewatchability is there 100%. The story is great, even though it's simple. The world building is just well ahead of its time. As much as we like to make fun of all the sexual undertones and everything, I think it is very interesting. It does add a very, I guess, a lesser seen element in a lot of films. So I'm gonna have to give this a rare 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10? Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. Kind of expected that, which is a fair score. I'm going to kind of go on Jay's side here. I'm going to give it 9. Well, so Gord stole this from me, you bastard. 9 airbrush pubic hairs out of 10. I'm going to use it anyway because that's what I was thinking. But yeah, it's like you said, the rewatchability is extremely high. You don't get bored. I don't get bored. I know people are saying this is a boring movie. It is not by any stretch.
No.
who is? I've literally never heard that. Who the fuck
I've never heard that either.
I went back and looked at reviews online, and people were like, "Oh, it starts up." Whoa, what just?
Whoa.
What did you do? I thought you were about to pull up reviews or something.
Yeah, that's what I thought was going on.
Hold on, let me see if I can. Okay, White Bear. Anyway, yeah. So it's just a fantastic movie. The atmosphere, I actually prefer to the sequel. The sequel is fun. The sequel is great. But yeah, this to me is just holds up, and yeah, probably one of the best sci-fi horror movies ever made, and it's great.
Oh,
it's great.
for sure,
So,
for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely in that category. So,
in my opinion, it's the
actually, I do remember this. So if you have not seen this interview on Drinker's channel, go back and watch it. It was fantastic. So
that was a good one.
It was a good one. Yeah. So that's basically it. We gave our rankings. Fantastic movie. I'm very glad we picked this one. It's fucking great. It's just great. It's an all-time classic. So let's go around this and back to Jay, the Gooch Master. What do you got coming up there, sir? What do you got going on?
Tomorrow night I'll be doing an interview with Mandy Summers.
Sorry, White Bear's got the picture up. Sorry.
Yeah, the Gooch Show was a big success. So I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I loved watching your Gooch. It was great, man.
Well, thank you.
You went deep on there.
Some hairy situation.
Yeah. Anyway, tomorrow night on Desolate Soul Studios, I'll have Mandy Summers on. I'll be interviewing her, talking about Gem Shock and a few other of her books. And if you watch my show, and please subscribe to Desolate Soul Studios, I get to know the creators. Last week I had Sassy on. I had a great time. Mm-hmm. Wednesday I'll be on Zach's. Show on Wednesday.
Oh, good. I won't watch that episode.
I'll be there as well with you.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
I really won't watch it now.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that. Well, I love being on with Vex. She's awesome.
Even though you keep saying you're going to message me, and it's been like 3 weeks, and you still haven't messaged me what you were going to message me?
I will tell you what's been happening. I'll tell you in the back room after.
In the back room. I got it. Mm-hmm.
The backlot tour.
The backlot tour.
We're going on the backlot.
Thank you, Leon. This is perfect.
I'm happy to be given that. Yeah, you guys take it. Run with it.
We're gonna do it.
Gooch issues. Thursday, I will be on Bone Bridgers doing the Loki review. He's been in the middle of a move, so finally we'll be getting together and doing the review of Loki. Friday, I'm heading out to Denver for SpawnCon, so I'll be in Denver for that. I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome.
And then next week, I believe I'm back here, and we'll be doing.
Yeah, you basically live here now, so you can never.
leave. Yeah, which I'm fine with. I like it. So
yeah, Vex ignores. Hypnotic said Vex, you ignore his DMs.
Am I back next week? Is next week Poltergeist?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's next week. Yeah. Yep.
That one I will need to rewatch. I love it, but I've not seen it near as much as Alien. I need to give a rewatch to Poltergeist.
I would like to point out, Hypnotic, I actually DM'd you something very funny earlier today, so you can't say that I don't answer.
I'll tell you what, me and Hypnotic have been DMing a lot since this weekend for certain reasons. God. Okay, so Jay, thank you, man. All these people's information's in the description, of course. So you can always go there, check them out, especially Jay. Great dude, great interview with Sassy. It was just fun, and she got to open up about a lot of shit, and that's what he does.
You made her sleep on the floor.
I did well, she deserved it at the time. That's what she get. So, thank you, Sarah. Jacob Ironside, I know you have some stuff coming up. Go ahead and shout it out.
I got a pretty busy week coming. Tomorrow is my show, and I'm going to be talking Frankenstein tomorrow night at 7.
Nice.
And then on Thursday, I'm going to be on Roman's show talking Army of Darkness. And then Friday, I'm going to be on Potato Raven's show. I'm not sure what that's going to be about.
Who are you going to be on talking about Army of Darkness? I got to make sure to watch that. It's my favorite movie of all time. Who show is
that? Roman of the Empire.
Oh, cool. So I'm subscribed to him already. Awesome. Yeah, be sure to watch that one.
Yeah.
And Saturday, I'm going to be doing talking about Washington Irving ghost stories.
Nice.
And then not tomorrow, but next Tuesday, I'll be doing Dracula, and that'll wrap up my Halloween streams.
I'll be on that Dracula stream as well.
And please subscribe. I'm quickly moving up to 300 subs. So.
Yes, please do.
Yes.
Jacob's got a great show, man. I love his channel because he shows stuff that nobody else likes to or wants to, and I love it. I love how he just shows these old movies, especially these retrospectives on these movies that nobody's talking about, and it's very important for the culture. So good job, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you.
Leon, and your beautiful hair. What do you got coming up, buddy?
You can. My live streams are also always Monday. So if you guys ever want a Monday double feature, you just hop on over to mine. Mine goes from from 3 to 6 my time, and then you give a 2-hour break. Then you've got the cannolis, Mischief Mayhem movies. So if you're Mondays, you work and you hate it because it's Monday, dude. You get double feature between me and Cannoli here. So you can always check that out. Today I had on Nerdporial Lifeform, the Angry Mexican, and a Hollywood ghostwriter / indie comic artist, Crystal McGee. So if you want to check out our live stream from earlier, that was a blast. And then almost every Tuesday night, I'm bringing back a Tuesday Night Arcade. I'm not much of a gamer, believe it or not, as nerdy as I am. Video games are something I'm not. I'm moderate at, so I'm bringing back my Tuesday night gaming shows. So tomorrow at 10 p.m. Central Time, check out Tuesday Night Arcade. And other than that, it's videos almost every day, sometimes multiple times a day. I cover pop culture through a political lens, sometimes more political, sometimes more pop culture. So can't really tell you what I'm going to be covering because news changes all the time. But so I cover everything. I like to cover the good and the bad, because there's a lot of bad out there, but there's some positives as well. And then you get 1 to 2 scripted videos a month. You're going to get a Sonic Superstars review. And as of this show, apparently I'm also going to be doing a comparison between Alien and Resident Evil, because that inspiration hit after this. And there's no way I can't not do that now. So I'm going to try and have that out before Halloween, since it seems pretty Halloween themed. So. And then anyone on this channel that wants to come on Countercast that on Mondays to be free. I know that Cannoli works, and Jay, Jacob, White Bear, you guys are all welcome on. If you want to come on, I'm scheduling out for the next several weeks, so hit me up and you can come on my Monday show.
If I ever actually have time off, I'll call you.
Dude. If you ever get a Monday off, it's Labor Day or something, one of your bank holidays, you hit me up because I would love to have you or Mama Sasquatch.
I just want to piggyback what you said, Cannoli. I was listening, and check out Jacob Ironside's channel. It's great. I was on there and had a lot of fun talking about monsters. So go check it out. And Leon, go check out Leon because I know Crystal. She's a great chick. She's a great writer. That'll be a good show as well. So.
And Hypnotic might kill me if I don't mention, since you can always, of course, Saturday Night Hypnosis. I'm a member of the Saturday Night Hypnosis crew, and he runs arguably, no offense, the best panel show on the internet when it comes to roasting absolute and incompetent morons. So Hypnotic, love you. Thank you very much for having me. Make sure to show up on Saturday nights, everyone.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, definitely do that. Hypnotic shows are great. White Bear with your OJ shit in the background, which is his own horror movie.
Use my government name, bitch.
What do you got? Do you have anything coming up at all?
probably, maybe not, but we'll see.
Ooh, you never know.
I think I'm in talks with your wife.
Yeah. A lot of men are in talks with her on YouTube lately. It's kind
of
dude, there's been some thirsts in her fucking chat
lately.
Yeah. I think I might try to do a thing with her one day. So I don't
know if that's a smart thing with an Italian last name, but hey, I'm just saying. I'm just kidding.
Doodly do. But yeah. Other than that, just catch me on the Twitters.
yeah. Catch him on the Twitters. Vex, what do you got coming up, my lady?
I thought this was going to be a quiet week, but I got a lot, actually. Tomorrow, there will probably be an impromptu episode of BSUP around 7 o'clock, so be on the lookout for that. Then Wednesday, I'm on Zax's channel, where we're talking horror and TV anthologies.
Awesome.
Then Thursday, nothing. Then Friday, I'm supposed to be on B-roll. I emailed Adam Gray, and he still hasn't gotten back to me.
God damn it, Adam! He's in the chat, isn't he?
I don't know, but I don't know what movie we're doing either. I know it's going to be. He does classic movies as well, much like Jacob. So awesome. I know it's going to be a classic film. I just don't know what.
Awesome.
Saturday, nothing, and then Sunday, I will be back on Mrs. Sassy's channel. She's doing a Halloween
special,
Halloween special. So she told me she's going as Batgirl because she has a Batgirl costume. I was going to originally do Queen of Hearts, but I was like, oh, you're going Batgirl? I'll just break out my Harley Quinn cosplay.
So there you go.
Cannoli, did you get her that Batgirl costume for reasons?
Oh, you have no idea what I do with her in that costume.
You tell her to call you Rob. And she's like,
call me Dick. I'm looking forward to that, actually. Past Sunday with Vex and Mrs. Sassy was fucking great. It was just a great. When she does a great job on her own, but when you add Vex to when Vex was awake and fired up on that show, I watched the whole which I normally do, but I was awake and alert that whole show.
Brown sugar.
How I told a rainbow-haired tranny that I hope he gets run over like one of those.
Yeah, you want the tires to. Yeah, it was just fantastic. But definitely looking forward to that. And of course, Vex will be back here on Monday, which I will get to. So yeah, all I have really is just the next week Mischief Mayhem movie. We're doing Poltergeist. We made a correction in the movie we were doing. We were going to do something else, and I was like, no, I'm not feeling it. Let's switch it to another.
Thank God. I'm glad you. I did not want
I
was like, I'm going to come in shit
all over this movie.
What were we doing?
Yeah. We were going to do the Dune. Well, originally it was going to be Dune because the sequel was supposed to come out soon. But then me and Vex talked and like, let's do Dune 1984. And I'm like, okay. At the time, this was like a while ago. And I'm just sitting there this last weekend, and I'm like, yeah, fuck Dune 1984. I don't care.
I just wanted to see Sting get killed.
And I'm glad I said it because I know you guys would have did it, but it's like, I don't want to do this movie. I don't care about this movie.
We were all thinking it. We all did.
So we decided Poltergeist because it is a classic. I love that. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time.
That's one of my top 10 movies, actually.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I was like, I don't think the panel's going to care because
I've never seen it. So.
Oh God!
I haven't seen it since high school.
I know. I've seen parts of it, like on TBS and TNT, like heavily edited, and I was just like, "This has nothing to do with chickens and ghosts."
It's a good movie.
So you get to see it for the first time, Leon. I rewatched. I think I saw it a couple years ago. Me and the kid watched it, but since we all love,
I thought about rewatching it before the remake came out because I was like, "This remake actually looks really close to the original," and then I never saw the fucking remake, so I didn't rewatch the original. So I haven't seen it since I was probably 17 or so. I loved it in high school. I just don't know if it holds up.
I watched about.
I think it does for the most part.
20 minutes of that remake, and it's fucking terrible. It's just
me too.
And Chill Ball, it's not that 1984. It's like it just doesn't. It didn't fit because I don't know. I wanted to stick with the horror thing for the Halloween, and I love.
If Dune 2 was still coming out, then by all means, doing either of the Dune movies really would have been great. But like, I'm gonna be real. Dune 1984 just. I wasn't feeling it. I hate being this elitist asshole, but if you've never read the books, then I understand people enjoying that movie. But if you read the Dune books,
it's fine.
Fuck that movie.
The movie could be good. I wasn't feeling
it. Sounds like
there's things I like
Andrew
about
up in
that
here
movie
or something.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
and I was just like,
great,
now that if we were doing the Doom that just came out, because the new one, I was like, okay, it makes sense. I like this new Doom. I was just like, Vex, I can't do it. I'm sorry. She's like, okay, thank God, because I don't want to do it.
I didn't want to do it either.
I was like, okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I was dreading that. I was just like, oh God.
And I'm glad. No, I'm glad I had an instinct.
Bagface was dreading it too. As soon as we changed, he's like, "Oh man, now I have to watch this movie."
Yeah, so it's Bagface, Jay, and Leon again for that. And then I don't have another Cannoli Connection show until November, but we do have a big guest coming on for that one. I think it's still planned. Mrs. Cannoli's in the works with getting that done, and it's supposed to be Little Platoon coming on for the Cannoli Connection in November. So we'll shout that out when it gets close. Yeah, he's on the show 2 weeks, 2 times that week, one for Captain Marvel, and then one for the Cannoli Connection.
Are you guys paying to go see Captain Marvel? Or are you going?
No. I'm not going to go see it. I know Vex is going to. I think you're going to do a review on it, right? So you're going to see it.
Yeah, that's the next big video for the main channel.
I'm going to see it. Like I said, I'm just going to One Piece it, if you know what I mean. Like, yeah.
yeah. I gotcha. But yeah, look out for that. Find us on the socials. Please subscribe to all these people, even White Bear and his racism. His wonderful Twitter stuff on there is hilarious. But all their information's in the description. They're all great. Please do. And then that's it. We will see you next week for Poltergeist. Love you in the chat. Thank you so much. And goodbye.
Later.